It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie, Pablo, and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong. Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out.
Well, hello. I sound like Mrs. Doubtfire. But I figured why not go to the 80s and 90s since we've got special guest Rick Guerrero here. I am so excited. Woohoo!
Thank you.
So, hey. This is the birthday edition.
Whose birthday? What are all these balloons about? What's going on here?
Is this July?
Yeah, it's July 4th.
Is it July 4th?
No, it's June 4th.
June 4th?
Tomorrow.
That's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's like in 6 hours.
Yeah.
4 or 5 hours.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Your mic.
Hire my mic?
Angle it.
Angle it. Okay, angle it.
That's what she said.
I knew it was going to go there.
Let's
I knew
go.
it was going to go there.
Cochino.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stephanie Chach, and to my right is Pablo Paco Gonzalez.
In the flesh.
In the flesh.
And today we have a special guest. Well, you
It's
guys
my
call him
birthday
Rick
gift.
Guerrero, right?
It's
Oh,
my
man,
birthday
here
gift.
we go.
But, we call him Pretty Ricky.
Yo, here we go.
Nah,
You want to know what my wife
Ricky.
calls me?
Yeah.
No, we won't talk
We won't
about
go
that
there.
now.
Why not? Let it out. Let it all out. I'm Latinos on the whole.
It's just like I teach my granddaughter, relax, relate, release.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's catchy.
3
Make a
hours.
different world.
Yeah, so it's your birthday. How old are you going to be?
Happy birthday. Put you 29?
Yes.
29. Yeah,
You're
I can see,
on it,
I can see
man.
that. I can see that.
see.
I like
yeah.
it.
See, and
can
then
see that.
you were the birthday gift because I was just
Yeah.
like, it's perfect. It's matching perfectly. I was like, I get Rick Guerrero. I go on June 3rd. My birthday's June 4th. Bunko's
it.
on the 5th. The rooftop party's on the 6th. And then, of course, the Latinos in the house first event is the Gemini party on Sunday at Hall of Fame 2.
two.
Woohoo!
Hoff 2.
Hoff 2. So, yeah, I'm looking really forward to it.
So now that there's not a Hoff 1, right?
Don't start that conversation.
Is it still
Oh my
2?
God,
Hoff 2.
we've been back and forth with that.
Really?
I'm sure legality-wise they wouldn't be able to change it if you think about it. But yeah, now should just be Hall of Fame. But
Yeah.
that's not my problem. So
That's right. Anyway, in other news.
in other news, how was your weekend?
Oh, I was great. It was a great weekend. We actually, I put a video out. We went out to support Julius Oliver and Victor Salazar, and Victor Luau at a new bar. It's called New Rose on Cermak and Hoy. It used to be the old juniors for those old schoolers out there, the old juniors, and it was a good time. They were paying on vinyl. It was cool to see, and nice vibe going on there. I like it.
I love it. You know what I love
Yeah.
about Pablo?
Yeah.
Besides
that, I look fine.
Yeah, that too. He really comes out to support, like he does. Like,
he does.
It's not about like he is there because he's good people like that. He genuinely wants to go and support.
Yeah.
Despite him having to pay a lot of money for parking.
Yes.
Yeah.
We won't talk
$65.
about- we won't talk about
Let's talk
that.
about it. $65.
We're gonna get to that one.
But he's that's what I really appreciate, the friendship we have,
Of course,
and the
man.
relationships that he builds and he nourishes, and he really relationships are important to him.
They are.
right?
They are.
And-
I give him that.
And that's what I love. Really. And
Oh, you're making me blush.
yeah.
Aw, look at Tito.
Hi, Ricky. Hi.
Where else did you go after the vinyl set? Because there
then
were two vinyl sets.
Right. We went to that first one, and then we went to check out Tony Lopez, a.k.a. Chico. 31st and House, did I think, around there?
35th, next to the Remova.
35th, yeah, there was. Oh, it was nice. Well, we got there, like around 5-ish, I think. And they had artists there. They had of course, selling and making cheeseburgers, and they were also mixing vinyl in the back. Yeah, it's a nice. It reminds me of something. It's like it's pretty cool for that type of event where
Yeah.
you're outdoors. You're chilling, kind of like a big yard party, but
Yeah.
without grass.
Yeah, I love the whole
Pavement.
entire
Yeah.
pavement.
Yeah, the pavement
Like it's
thing,
really,
right.
really cool. And then
Yeah.
they're starting to do the art against it. So
Yeah.
if you guys haven't been there, the Remova Theater was redone and updated, and Chance the Rapper and Jennifer Hudson now own it. So they were the ones who put in the renovation for it. So next door to it is that little
That restaurant, right?
The
It was-
restaurant part of it, and then they also have that little
Big.
that whole yard that's right next to it. So I think it's really cool. They use a lot of local artists there
Yeah.
to do a lot of the work. What I like about it is that they had a mural that said "Welcome to the South Side." And I
Okay.
loved it. I took a picture of it. I thought it was cool, graffiti writing, everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was really cool. But that's all you did this weekend?
We also celebrated our anniversary. Me and Veto made 1 year.
Woohoo! Yay!
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Man, time flies.
Lower what?
Producers pointing the
Producers.
finger at us.
Don't look at the producer's face. I was like, I know. I'm
losing his
just like,
mind right
just go.
He's mean mugging you.
I know. He always does that. Turn it up.
Turn it up.
Right here.
Okay.
The bass.
This one.
Monitor.
This one.
Where it says monitor.
Monitor. Rick, help me. Which one says? Oh, this one. Does that sound better?
Well, you gotta hit the button in order for it to.
Oh, is something happening here? He's a little,
don't know.
He's a little
Wiggy,
salty
wiggy.
today.
I don't know.
It's okay.
It's like an ASMR kind of deal.
Because I'm here. I told you.
We want everything perfect because you're here.
Yes, everything has to go right. Everything has to be perfect.
Clapping. So
Oh,
hit the button, then you
can you hear louder now?
Yeah. I can
Okay,
hear it now.
now I can hear it.
Yeah.
Is that good? Oh,
Okay.
no, my mic is real loud.
Can we move on our show
We
now?
move on,
Mike?
yeah.
You do an amazing job. You do.
We give Mike a
Without
stroke
you,
every
this
single
wouldn't
week.
happen,
No,
yes.
this wouldn't
No,
be
no,
happening.
right.
Yes.
You can come and show your face. I mean, you can, it is my birthday show.
You can say hi.
You can say hi to everybody. Mike's wearing a T-shirt, and it's got like a really cool kind of like.
It's all about Mike on this T-shirt.
It is.
that
It
is
is.
awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go on that. Okay, there you go on that. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's the perfect
We're-
man. That's
we're-
right. He's
he's
not
the
wrong.
no.
It says on there, he is
He's
the
a
perfect man.
He is.
says he's sexy.
He has charisma. It
He's
says on his
sexy.
He's
shirt.
super sexy. He's
look
charismatic.
at him.
He's
He's
humble,
like-
funny,
funny.
and full of good ideas. Always right
and
because
he
he
is
is Mike.
The most interesting man in the world.
world.
And
Yeah.
you forgot to put on there conceited.
I was like, I think they left that part out, right? So my weekend. What did I do this weekend?
What are you able to do this weekend?
You know, I made it known like last week that I tripped and I landed on the operative leg and I finally went to go see the doctor.
Ouch.
And they did a CAT scan, so we haven't heard anything, so no news is good news as I take it. But I've been told to chill out, relax. So I will be sitting down for any event that we go to with a cane. But what was it? I did make it out to Tony's at like the last half an hour. I was like, come on, let's go. But for this much, Mike's been working the whole weekend, and I've just kind of been staying back.
Mike,
just
you're like
relaxing.
you're like Mr. DJ.
He's
You're
a super
everywhere.
DJ.
Yeah,
man. He
he's
is like
super
everywhere.
DJ.
No, like
Yeah.
he really he is. you
Right,
know?
like super.
I mean,
he
I
is.
turn a corner and there he is. I turn the other guy like, what the what, man?
He's super. What was it? Underdog. Wrong one. Okay. So I got it. So yeah, I just kind of chilled out.
Okay.
Spent some time with his parents this weekend. So we had some dinner.
Getting to know the fam more and
Yeah.
because
so.
someone's getting married soon.
I know it's a year and a half as of this month. It's a year and a half away.
Time is flying.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So I'm looking forward to this week. I look forward to today.
Okay.
This is
Thank
a great
Wow,
start of it.
What's going on this week?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I mean, tomorrow's my birthday, and I'll be
Okay.
29 again. I'm loving the 29.
Yes.
And then Friday is Bunko. And then Friday you can also catch, I believe Mike's going to be over at Hall of Fame. No, he's going to be at Branding Iron. He's going to be at
okay.
Branding Iron this Friday. So that's
Oh,
where
I did
he's
see
going to
that.
be
I
at.
did see that.
Yes, so everybody go over to Branding Iron on Friday because that's where he's going to be at. And then Saturday he has a private gig. I am going to try to make, but I do need a chair. Just forewarning you, Rick. You heard me. I need a chair for Saturday's rooftop.
Okay.
I think
So-
I think Frankie gave us a table.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I
he
just
did.
need a place to stay and
Yeah.
just sit down and chill.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna attempt to go to Lemon because Psycho Bitch will be DJing along with Chris Law, Marquez Antonio, and then Dave C.
Right.
And then Sunday is our event, our first Latinos in the House daytime event.
Daytime. Celebrating your
So,
birthday.
Yeah, we're celebrating my birthday.
Every other Gemini there is
and
on
all the
this
other
planet.
Geminis, yes. So we'll be celebrating DJ Voodoo, DJ QMM, because he's also a Gemini, Voodoo's wife, and all the Geminis that are out there in the world. Come on over. You don't even have to be a Gemini. Just come on over and celebrate with us. We'll be waiting for you to come through. We've
love
got
it.
some really hot DJs. We've got Rich Huerta. We've got DJ QMM. We've got Pablo Puncal Gonzalez.
I like that dude. He's okay.
Yeah, he's all right. I
pretty
think he's
good.
cool.
He's all right.
I think he's
Yeah.
cool. We got DJ Voodoo, and then we also incorporated the North Side
Okay.
with Julio Bishop and DJ Fatman.
Okay.
So I wanted to incorporate my North Side because, I'm really about, my North Side folks. So I need to make sure that they're incorporated. And then, that'll be the end of it.
Well, let's give a quick shout out to who we have right now currently listening to Julius Oliver. What's up, Julius?
What's up, Julius? Thank you very
great
much.
Great set that's Sunday. He was throwing down on that vinyl.
Was he?
What's
Yeah,
up,
he was
Julius?
I wouldn't expect anything less of him.
He was on beat and everything.
Oh, shit.
Julius is.
Aren't they never on beat?
No, in vinyl, that's when you can tell
Oh,
someone's,
yeah, someone's off
real
beat.
skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julius he's awesome. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, good people.
And then, of course, we have Mr. One and Only, part of the V5 experience.
It's Frankie
Frankie.
V.
Frankie, you got to give us some dirt on this guy right
finally
here.
Oh,
woke
my
up.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
Frankie's got all kinds of dirt on
sure
him.
he-
Yeah.
I'm going to have my...
He should have popped up over
Frankie, I'm
today.
going to have my phone on so
I
you can
should've-
text
You
me.
can call
Wink,
in,
wink.
Frankie. We're gonna allow you to call
We
in
should have had
today.
him crash. Yes, that would have been good.
We got
Sue
Lorenz
Vargas.
Paz. What's going on, Lorenzo? And then Sue Vargas, our number one
Lorenzo,
fan.
Sue.
And then we've got Julio Gonzalez in the house. Hey, congratulations on your first radio gig again. He's been on the radio before. He was on 103.1 this past Friday.
Okay.
He was?
Yeah, he was. I think it was Friday or Saturday.
Is that
Julio
your
Gonzalez
station?
Senior.
It is, yeah. I didn't know
Yeah.
he was on there.
Yeah. He was
Wait,
in the
wait,
lineup.
What's his
Who was
DJ
it?
name? Frank, you said Gonzalez?
No, Julio Gonzalez Senior.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought you meant Lorenzo.
No.
Okay.
And then DJ Reich's in the house.
All right.
All
What's up, DJ
right.
Reich?
Alex.
I see
what up,
that.
Alex?
Man, there's a lot of you guys.
Caveman.
And thank you for tuning
What's up,
in
Caveman?
today. Melissa Starr's in. Hey, T
Patsy.
Kid.
Hey,
They
Patty.
will be here next week. DJ Industry, the Industry DJs will be here next week. I can't wait to grill them.
Man,
That's gonna be
they're
the-
You're
best.
welcome to come back.
Uncensored
You
content.
and
You know what?
everybody. I'm
They-
going to leave that open for everybody.
They are the best. I
Yeah.
really, you know what? They're just a show all by themselves. Like, I love listening. Like, Al is amazing. Same with T-Kid. They have this dynamic that I think there's a good balance because Al is like,
It's like bad and good.
F this, F that. You know what? Screw this. I'm leaving. You know?
How's that bad angel?
Yeah,
Alex
it's
is
a good angel. Which
right?
angel do you want to go
and
with?
T-Kid's just cracking up. You know?
Oh my God! Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I truly appreciate them. So we got a whole thing. Then we got Julius Oliver the week after,
Yeah.
which I'm really excited. And then Crate Bug was able to reschedule, so we'll have Crate Bug at the end of the month. So we are packed every single Wednesday.
I want to mention before we start that for those who are going to the rooftop this Saturday, I know you know everyone's watching the weather. Don't worry, there's like a club downstairs that holds like 500 people, so you're good.
Rain or shine,
Rain
please
or
go
shine.
share that. Rain or shine.
Yeah.
They are throwing that rooftop, and the rooftop will have yourself, Rick Guerrero,
Rick
and Gino Rock and
and
Romo.
Gino and DJ Gloria
There you go.
and special guest Julius Oliver.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, 5
All
of us.
right,
Yeah.
nice. That's going to be a great rooftop.
Hey, did we say hi to Patty? What's up, Patty? Thanks
Hey,
for listening.
Patty.
Melissa Star.
I see Sandra in the house.
Melissa. What's up,
Yeah, I
Melissa
saw
Starr?
Melissa Star on there.
What's up, lady?
Well, thank you everybody
What's up,
for
Sandra?
joining us today. I am so excited. Mr. Rick Guerrero was here in the house with us. How about that? I have so waited for this entire moment.
Yeah, if you don't know who Rick Guerrero is,
Shame on you.
Yeah, okay, so he was like
I
one
don't
of these.
blame you.
Rick was one of the superstar DJs back like in the late '90s, 2000s, right? We're gonna let you
And
tell
then
your
it stopped.
story.
And then it stopped right there.
For all of us, a lot of us, it just we got to that peak and then we stopped because things that we had to do.
Yeah.
But Rick is part of the original like V5 group, right?
Right, correct.
Which V5 is like they took over like the Latin market for decades. And,
Yeah.
So that's a big deal to be part of that, especially for the beginning. And I'm sure we're going to, of course, hear a lot about that. And then he's also a member of WCYC's Dominating Six.
Oh my God, you can't even say
I
it.
said
Dominating.
It's a long word.
Six.
I like to say D6. I like keeping it simple, D6. But part of the WCYC Dominating Six and the Club
You're
Roll
really
experience.
keeping it to the hood, huh?
Correct.
D6.
That's right.
Hey, don't get me in trouble now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So, Rick, thank you for being here today. I really do appreciate it. I mean, I've been so excited because I don't really get to interact with you, but it's like I get excited to like, hey, Rick, and then you reciprocate the same thing, like, hey, Stephanie,
Yes.
how are you? I missed you. Even you had said it on one of your TikToks. I missed you. I didn't see you, and I was like, oh, that is so cool that
Yeah.
you acknowledged me in that. I felt like I'm special. I'm special. So I really appreciate you being here today.
Of course.
You are a part of history, to no doubt. Like, aside from the dominating six, V5 is a huge part of, an integral part of our Latino culture and history, in just clubs and music. And you were able to be a part of that as well. So you are legendary in both areas, airwaves and the club scene. So let's just kind of go back a little bit. How did that all start for you? Who was your mentor and how did you get into DJing?
Yeah. Well, one, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's very nice of
You
to,
paid us a good
to
enough
invite
amount
me.
of money to
Yeah,
have you
I
on.
know I did. I will zell you. And really quick, I know I missed him, Prieto. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Hey, thank you,
and
Pedro.
Jesse, my cousin Jesse.
Sandra Gabino, thank you.
Yes, Sandra, thank you. Yes, he did interview me during COVID. I
Good.
was one of his first interviewees back when COVID hit. So thank you. Okay, let's go back in time, way back in time. Who was my biggest influence? Probably my parents, right? We always had music in the house, right? Like most DJs, they have some sort of influence, and my parents always had music, like I do now in my own home. And we have all sorts of genres going on in my house, right? But my parents probably...
Ooh, so sorry.
Uh-oh.
That's
It's
my
okay.
fault. That's my fault.
It's okay. She just wants to check. She wants to see what she looks like on camera.
I'm trying to read the comments because they're
She's
too
like-
far from there.
She's like, don't you think my tractor's sexy?
You're silly.
So,
Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
So her tractor is sexy?
my tractor, yeah.
Her tractor? What is
it's
that?
like Kenny Chesney, man.
Oh, okay.
Come on. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to the country stuff later.
Okay. So, one of my biggest influences were my parents, right? They, whether they knew it or not, whether I knew it or not, it was just reality. We always had music on in the house, right? And then, of course, like most, I wouldn't say most, but we'll say a lot of Chicago DJs, we grew up listening to the same radio stations, right? The 102.7s, the GCIs, and the smaller radio stations. I stumbled across WCYC.
Stumbled?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh,
I didn't know.
okay.
I mean, I remember just like, I remember I used to listen to CRX, and
Okay.
then I stumbled across, there was another station in between. Maybe it was 88.7, and then CYC, which was really cool. And I always thought, man, I'd love to do that. But this was before I was DJing. But no, I mean, listening to the late night mix shows is what really helped boost that inspiration, right? And like, man, I'd like to do that. And I won't go through the story of like how did I start mixing. I mean, I did probably what most of you did. You took, maybe a cassette player and you used a turntable and you mixed into it, or however you did it. That's how I learned and kind of taught myself. I didn't really have a mentor that taught me how to blend. It just kind of came natural.
What radio guys took out to you? That since you're listening a lot to the radio DJs, which one stood out to you?
Naturally, Julian Perez. I mean, he's still a good friend of ours, and he's always been an influence. Of course, the Bad Boy Bills and Mike Wilson and Kenny Jason, all of them. But then some of the other DJs on the smaller radio stations, such as CYC, and CRX. Stuck out as well, and I don't remember. I remember there was a guy, Slick Mixing Rick, I think his name was. He was on CRX. Gosh, I don't remember the other names, but it was what's his name?
That's name, DJ.
Damn it.
Oh.
Damn.
DJ.
I forget his name.
I heard he was good.
Yeah.
DJ, oh, it's really
I
good.
forget. I forget. There were a plethora of DJs, but that is what stuck out to me, and I carried it forward. So while everyone was out playing football and baseball and doing everything else, I was inside listening to music and trying to blend my records, and I was the last kid that would be picked for any sports game, right?
Were you like the shortest guy?
I
Or?
would, no, I don't. Maybe. I mean,
Wait, you're an inch taller than me, so you're not that short.
I grew up. I grew up in a. I was probably one of the few Hispanics in my neighborhood, or at least on my block. There was another kid named Rick down the block who was Mexican like I am, and then my best friend Mark, who passed away some time ago. But I grew up in a predominantly Italian, Polish, Irish neighborhood, McKinley Park. That was McKinley Park back then, in the late 70s to early 80s. I was in Bridgeport for some time as well. But I was a horrible sports player. Like, I was not, like, because my father didn't really play sports, and there's nothing on him, but he just wasn't into sports, and neither was my mom. So I think you do get some of that from your parents, right?
Right, yeah.
And there's nothing right or wrong.
Yeah,
I
they're the
get
biggest influence
Yeah,
in
I get a
life.
lot of other
Right,
things
right.
from my parents, like good things, right? It's not just, but I didn't pick up sports, so I sucked, and nobody wanted to pick
Oh,
me.
I knew that when you played softball last time with us at the.
Yeah, so it was
Gino's
me and
thing.
this other kid, and we were always like, okay, we'll take
Put Rick in the outfield.
we'll take him, and you can take Rick, and I'm
I'll
like,
take the lesser of the two evils.
it's okay. But yeah, that's really how I picked up just the whole music thing.
Well, I'm wondering, well, two things. Did you ever have like a DJ nickname, or you just always Rick Guerrero? And what?
Yeah, no, I mean, I did like a Rick Get Down Guerrero for a little while,
Okay.
And that stuck a little bit, probably through my early teen years. Then I just kind of dropped it, it honestly, probably around the age of 15, 16, I think I sold my turntables.
What?
Yeah, because
Already?
I just wasn't into it anymore.
Well, when did you get them?
Wait. You're
I was like, wait, put you
15, 16, like that, the same for me?
Yeah, probably 15, 16.
What? Let's talk about that.
Well, let me think about this. I know I'm getting years backwards. This is a long time ago, man.
well, I missed your timeline.
I'm going
Hey,
through.
you knew you were going to be on the show, so you should have remembered.
Yeah,
I know.
We got to go way back.
Wait, well, I'm trying to remember here. Okay. Rampage, what's up, brother? Gosh, I know I'm mixing up the years here. I did get my turntables probably around 14, 15, so I take that back. And I think 15, 16, I was doing my thing. 17, I think I just got, like, tangled with
Girls?
what we do. Yeah, I was going to say that, but I didn't say that out loud. 17 to 18, then I remember selling it to this kid who's still, he actually DJs, and we know him. I won't name him because I don't want to, I didn't ask him before I mentioned it. But I did sell it to him, and then I bought turntables again.
12s?
When I got, yeah, they were 12s.
You sold 12s and you bought
I did.
12s again.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
wrong
yeah,
with you?
yeah, I know, right? What the hell's wrong with me? But
So did you ask your parents to buy them, or did you buy them on your own the first time around?
Okay. The first set of turntables were not 12s, and I did save up my money for those. I remember they were like Technique 1000s or something like that. They were the little, like you had the thumb, yeah, they were like this, and they were belt drive, right? I think they were like, whatever, yeah. Yeah. So we used to
I
call,
don't know what all the thumb thing is, but okay.
we used to call them sausage patties, and I had like a pyramid mixer or something like that. That I did buy by myself. And then, I'm not ashamed to say it, then my grandmother actually purchased my next set of 1200.
What's wrong with
that's so
that?
cool.
And my godfather. So it was,
nice.
yeah, it was cool. So, and then I turned around and sold them like 3 years later, which was not cool. But
Why'd you sell them?
I think I lost interest.
Did you?
Yeah, I
That
had lost
early?
interest. I was just like, I wasn't really. I mean, I was DJing, but I wasn't really. I just wasn't into it.
Okay, well, this.
But it was very short. It was like very,
it must
very
have
short.
been, because
Yeah.
when did you get on CYC? Because, what age, how old were you? 'Cause
I got on CYC.
you got on when I left. You must have been on in the 90s, I'm assuming.
I was in the 90s. Yeah, I think I was on CYC probably about 95.
That late.
I'm 51, so I was probably the latter part of my high school years. Maybe after high school. Yeah, it was late.
What high school did you go to?
De La Salle.
Meteors.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
went there every summer school.
Every summer school. Hey, I was there too. What's up, Louis?
I went there every summer school because I didn't like Maria High School. So every year I would fail out to go to De La Salle.
On purpose. On purpose.
On
Yes.
purpose, except for senior year. I did promise, Brother Kazan, that I would not fail.
Brother Kazan, yeah.
He was awesome. I
Mr.
loved
Kazan,
him.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Stephanie's been everywhere.
Yeah.
She is like
I've got
Mrs.
history.
Southside.
I got history. But I loved him. He was awesome. He was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a really cool dude.
I spent summers there too.
We had something in common.
I was a horrible just student. School was not for me. It just
So was I.
wasn't. It was
So was I.
not. It was not. I'm not ashamed because I think I like to think I turned out okay, you know. But I was not.
Yeah,
a
you
very
did
good
okay,
student.
kid. You're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Where was I?
CYC.
You went to De La Salle,
I
yeah,
joined,
CYC.
I joined CYC. I remember a friend of ours, maybe you know him, Ernie Pedroza and Danny Garibay.
Oh, yeah. Danny
Oh,
Garibay.
yeah.
Okay.
They had a show on Sundays called The Alternative Network, and they would invite me, and I was just there, friends with them, right?
Okay.
And
At this point in your life, Rick, how old were you? You were
I was
20s
probably,
or early 20s?
No, I was probably
Late teens?
18, yeah, probably like 18,
Okay.
I would say, 17, 18.
So this is when you got back into it, I'm
When
assuming.
I got back to it, because it was very
Okay.
short. When I sold my turntables, and then I bought them back.
Like a week?
Yeah,
Short?
well, you know what? It's like a blur, man. It's like a blur. But I do remember like selling them. I remember exchanging. I'm like, here you go, and yeah. And maybe I'm confusing years, right? So you'll have to forgive me. But I did. I was on. I started going to the show. And I don't know what happened with Ernie and Danny. We're still friends. We're still really good friends. But Danny was no longer on the show, so it was just Ernie. And then Ernie he had a girlfriend, and he was very just, doing what you do with your girlfriends, right? So
What's that, Rick?
he would stop. He would stop. We gotta ask Mike. I don't know.
Don't put
What do
me
you
in
do?
it.
What do you do? What do guys do with their girlfriends?
So then I started coming. So there was the producer back then, Chuck Wren. He was the guy.
Oh
who
yeah, I
ran the
remember
show.
him. Yeah, you know what? You speak of Chuck Rant, right? Because he
Yeah.
took over Harv's job, right? He
Okay,
became the
right
director.
after.
Harv left,
Yeah.
and I always remember Chuck Rant with, like, he didn't wear socks and he had like loafers on.
Yeah,
Pretty
he was,
loafers
and he,
on.
but he was a
He had that
he was-
that cool little look.
Well, he was
That
a
preppy
huge,
look?
He was really
Yeah.
cool. He was a huge DJ in the ska industry.
Really?
Yeah, like huge. Like he was like big, and
Wow.
and I didn't
know
know
that.
that.
I didn't know he DJ'd.
No, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and so anyway, there was nobody to do the show a couple of times. He's like, "Hey, can you do it?" I'm like, "I don't have my license." They're like, "Well, you're gonna have to get your license. You can keep the show, but you're gonna have to sign up to do your license or to get your on-air personality license." So I did. So that's when I met who folks I already knew: Delirious Danny, Adam Rock. We were all on the same class, and then the show eventually became mine. So and then I ran it probably 3 years, maybe.
And you kept the same name, Alternative
Network, yeah.
Okay.
And there were a couple of partners. Fernando Celdon was one of them. I don't remember who else. Dudette, he would come and turn in mixes as well. But the show was primarily Fernando's and mine for a couple of years. Yeah. So that's where CYC started. But how I got onto the dominating six or dominating the mix show, it was Gino's show. It's been Gino's show for some time after you, right?
That's right.
I met Gino through Ernie,
Okay.
and there was some conflict where the new students came in and some DJs had shared, hey, we should be allowed to play on the mix show as well, right?
Okay.
And I remember Gino being in this conflict, like, well, no, it's like this is the dominating six. This is what this has been a show forever.
Yeah.
And so I think everyone agreed.
It's like breaking up like the Hot Mix 5.
It was. No. So everyone agreed, or I guess people agreed, maybe the Chuck Wrens or whoever, they sat down and they said, we're going to call it the dominating DJ team. And that's when you had a lot of DJs. Yeah. So you had at the time it was like Triple S. It was, I don't remember who else. Caveman, I think it was. Gabriel Rican, Gino. I don't remember who the other. Maybe.
So
it was,
this just gave an opportunity for more than 6 guys to be
correct.
on. Okay.
Right. And that's how I met Gino,
Okay.
and a few other. I already knew Caveman. So we started turning in mixes, and,
Okay.
and it went from the 6 DJs to
16.
probably like 16.
16, 18.
And that's how I met like Michelle Candy, right?
Okay.
Where her show was after mine on Sundays.
Okay.
So I hung with her a lot, and Gabriel Rican, and then Tom Ramos. His show was after the mix show.
He was on the air in the 90s?
He was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
His started at Saturday at midnight, right after the mix show. And
Okay.
and there was a period where he wouldn't. He would be like, "Hey Rick, I can't do it. Can you do it?" And I'm like,
It's midnight, bro.
I'm gonna be here till 4 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, sure. And sometimes, folks would come and we would just play mixes, right?
No, you wouldn't. You would do other stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
From 12 to 4 in the morning.
12 to 4.
Hey, play that 1 hour mix.
It was about, that's all it was. Anyway, sorry, it sounds kind of, like, but that's what happened. And
Yeah,
it's very
okay.
blurry, but that's how I became, engaged in working with Gino and Caveman and Lewis and others.
How many years were you on TYC?
I would say from probably only 3 or 4.
3 years. Okay, that's a good,
Yeah.
good tenure.
Yeah.
3-4 years.
So I was not like part of like the original crews, I mean, I was the very latter part of
But in asking this, like I'm noticing like a lot of the dominating 6 came from various years.
Yeah, and that's what this.
It wasn't like a whole strategic same team.
Yeah.
It came in various years. Like you started like one of the first.
Right. So that's what I like about the current, the team now, and which is the team, the Dominating 6 now. It's because it's a mixture of from the people that started like me and Gene in the beginning, those in the middle, and like people like Rick and Caveman, like right in the end. So it's a good, mesh.
And I asked this only because I remember speaking to someone a couple of years back when we were starting this, and it was more on the factor of a lot of people were saying that they were part of the Dominating 6. And when did the Dominating 6 basically take that name? Because you said the Dominating Team earlier where it was starting to open it up to more DJs. And obviously because of that, you got a Dominating 6. But since both of you are here, what is that clarification?
I created the name like in 87, I think, 86, 87. There was we had a vote because before the Dominating 6, it was the Jack Maxter 5.
Right.
Okay, me and Gina were part of that, but that team broke up, and so we had like 6 DJs. Well, we got 6 DJs now, and we all had to come up with a name. And I told the story before, which
Right.
is funny because Gino wanted to be called the Demolition 6.
Oh yeah,
Right?
I remember that. Yeah,
Right?
I remember
with
you
the
saying
rocks,
that.
the logo,
demolition.
the rocks is like construction
Like
workers.
asteroids.
Asteroids. Yeah, choo choo choo. And then I wanted Dominating 6, the dominating part of it, because I was really into football back in the mid '80s.
Sure.
And that took us. That term dominating is used a lot in sports when they're, doing these broadcast
Yeah, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there was a big vote, and
Yeah.
the Dominating 6 team won that, and that's how.
Yeah.
So was
It
it
became-
ongoing? I mean, for that time that the Dominating 6 would continuously
It was.
go through different DJs?
Yeah, because you got to think about this. These are people like in their teens, and and some of us were getting older. Some of us went to college. Some of us like, okay, I'm going to start a real job now. So we kept the name, and we just incorporate new members,
Okay.
like the Hot Mix 5. How many Hot Mix 5 members are now?
Right.
20 of them, right, or
Right.
something, right? Because same concept,
Okay.
We just screw.
I just, I think that's a great question.
Yeah, it is.
Because people may
Yeah.
not understand that. Like,
Right.
it came in drafts. Like, I believe you and Caveman are the youngest.
Yeah,
Out
they're
of
the
the- out
babies
of
of
the-
the group.
Right. So,
Oh, look at the baby.
I know, right? I know. Look at this.
got that
bald
little
head.
smooth head.
Yeah, look at his baby
Here he
head.
goes. Here he goes.
And look at Frankie's comment.
What Frankie say?
Oh man.
What's Frankie starting? Look at that. Pablo's original idea was the dominatrix. Says,
Dominic,
I told him not.
Yeah, we all wanted to mix with like little
believe it.
G-strings and leather.
I know you do.
Oh my God!
They got
Can you?
shut down. They
I
got
couldn't
shut
even
down.
imagine that at a Club Roma party.
And he'd do it too.
I would do it. Right?
no shame there.
I would. Don't shame. Come on, Gino asked me to do it, I'll do it.
Oh my God, I think that's going to be the next party.
Probably
He's just
gonna
not
mix in
saying.
G-string. Sure, it has to be leather G-string.
But it did, yeah. It went from the dominating six. I mean, I remember there were different. There was actually a moment where Gino, we'll call him Gino, he was looking for other DJs.
Yeah.
And I remember Ernie and I were getting our little mix contest, and I think who he selected out of there was Triple S. Do you know Steve Melvidge?
No.
I know,
you
yeah, I do know
Okay,
him.
that's Triple S.
Okay.
Great DJ. He's he's really good at what
Amazing.
he does. I've known him for a very long time. Oh, man, I don't remember who else was playing. There were others. It's skipping, but there were like two DJs that Gino selected out of it, I believe, and that formed another
Dominating
version
Six.
of the Dominating Six, right?
Yeah.
But then again, when this new class, we kind of broke it up and said, and it was not me, but there were other DJs who were like, hey, look, I think we should like it should be maybe just a dominating DJ team, you know, and I'm like, that's cool, you know. I mean, I'll go with I can support that, right? And Gino, whether he wanted to or not, yeah, I mean they changed it to dominating DJ team for a short period.
So Reich said he will not be on the stage to be the stage manager if that show happens.
What? Me and G-string.
I will. I'll volunteer.
Me and leather G-string.
Yeah. I'll volunteer, Reich. Don't worry. You ain't got to show up. I got it.
I wear my leather hat and everything.
I told DJ Reich to come crash the show, and he's
doors wide open.
yeah,
Doors
he's-
open. Side doors open. You're more than welcome to come by.
Come on down.
It is a birthday celebration.
So 3 or 4 years, you made a little name for yourself on the radio. A lot of people remember you from the radio,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So
I
now
don't know.
you moved on from CYC. How? And this is probably gonna need, and we need Frankie. Frankie, if you're watching,
Oh, I'd love to have Frankie here
You need
because
to
he
be
has his
here,
own
okay.
lens of this.
he's gonna need like 10 shows for everything he's gone through.
Yeah.
But Rick,
Yeah.
how did the V5 thing happen for you?
Yeah.
And give me a year, if you can.
I can, yeah. It was probably the tail end of CYC. I was still DJing at CYC.
Oh, okay.
And it was probably 90. Let's see. I was 20. I was 20 because I remember playing at my sister's house. I was not yet 21.
Which is not really his sister's house, but that's what the
Yeah,
place was
La Casa
called.
de mi hermana, yes. So that was probably 94,
Okay.
maybe.
And what did you
Yeah.
play there?
Okay, well, no. So I was playing. That's how I met Frankie. I only knew Frankie through just events, right? You see people's names on flyers. I never had the opportunity to really like know him or DJ with him or anything of that kind. But I was playing at there used to be a lot of 18 and over parties,
Yeah.
on the south side, even on the north side. Probably mostly on the north side, but they were south side DJs, and the south side as well. But I think the place was called the Royal something, the Royal.
Arrayo, or
Oh.
is that the one in Milwaukee and Fullerton?
Yeah, it was something like that. God, I don't remember. It was like Royal something. I do remember that. And I remember doing a set, and I'll always remember this. I remember getting into, I don't want to say not an argument, it was a disagreement with, and I always feel bad. I've mentioned this before. It was Carlos Feliciano. I think he was hosting the event, maybe. I don't remember. Or someone. I was asked to play at whatever time it was, and someone else was going to go in front of me, and I kind of made a stink out of it because I was like, "Hey, look, man, like you told me this time, and I'm here," and so they put me on, and at least in my lens, that's where Frankie saw me mix.
Okay.
And at the time, I remember that the crowd was a good crowd, so they reacted. And
Do you remember what you were playing that day?
it was like a mix of everything,
Okay,
from
okay.
like new wave to Italo disco to house music,
A little bit of everything. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. And then Frankie approached me after my set, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Frankie V." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you, man." And he's like, "I'd like you to do that exact set at La Casa de mi Hermana tomorrow." And I was like, okay, yeah, I could do that. And so I did. I went, and that's where I met Diablo. Who else was DJing there? Out of Control Pete. I don't know if you remember him. It was him and Diablo. And I walk into this nightclub, and they let me in because I wasn't 20 yet. But Frankie's cousin, Carlos, who's I'm good friends with now, he's like, yeah, come on in. You're fine. So I went up, and this was the first experience that I had at a nightclub, you know. So I walk in, and I'm like, holy smokes. Like, the floor was packed. It was 4 floors, right? But the main floor up on top was just packed. And I was so nervous. Like, I was so nervous. And Frankie's like, I just want you to do the same set. Like, do it, you know. And I'm like, okay. So I did it, and they reacted. But you really couldn't tell from where you are in the DJ booth. You couldn't see the floor. You could only see the people next to you over here on this floor, not on the dance floor. And there weren't TVs or anything at the time.
So you were at the upstairs then?
The upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how. Then this was before V5. It was Volume Entertainment.
Okay.
And I did that, and I guess they reacted well. You know, they received it well. And then I remember Frankie, something to this effect, maybe called me that week or something, and he's like, hey, look, we'd like you to, you know, be a part of the team. He's like, but you have to be exclusive. And I'm like, who the hell is this guy telling me exclusive?
Yeah,
like,
you know
I'm
what?
gonna be
That was their
exclusive?
thing.
Frankie would be the one.
Yeah.
And
That little team was very, very tight.
yeah. And at the time, like, I didn't know, right? I didn't realize where we were going to go right from there. At the time, I was getting booked at a lot of places. So I made the call, and I like, okay, let's do it. And then he continued to bring me back to La Casa de Mi Hermana, and then Palladium, and then eventually Club 720, and then it just, from there, we moved on to Convent. That's when we formed, or he formed the team V5. There were the 5 DJs, and that's where V5 was born.
So the V is for volume?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I knew that.
And Frankie may have a different
Version?
Yeah,
Okay.
he may share. Well, the V stands for this, or I mean, if you look at it, the pattern now, he has Frankie V, Vertigo. There's always a V.
Yeah.
Right. So he has his own lens. I can't speak to that. But what I will say, Frankie is responsible, and I will forever be grateful for his friendship, his partnership, and really taking me through my journey of DJing it through the nightclub years.
You became this club superstar, DJ.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say superstar,
No,
but
I'm serious.
You
Maybe
did.
you may not have recognized his name, but if you were at Biology Bar or any of these places, you were dancing to Rick Guerrero for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah,
know,
because in Biology
definitely.
Bar, they had that little stage
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
right beneath
Yeah.
the DJ booth, and that's where I was always at every weekend. Like, I was on that little stage, and I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
always watching him. So, yeah.
No, and I remember when they got me my cards before it was V5. We had these volume. I still have them. These Volume Entertainment cards. And he's like, "You're gonna get your own card. Give me your number." I'm like, "Oh man, these guys are like legit."
Legit,
right?
legit.
I was like,
Professional, you
"Holy
guys.
cow!"
Like, they spend money.
Yeah, like none of this.
And I don't have to pay for my own business card?
Yeah, none of
This
this
is real.
me having to go and chase the promoter down for like.
Wait,
"Hey,
you're not going to take the business card money out of my
give
pay?
me my $50.
My DJ pay?
No, it was like, this is here, and you are getting paid right after, at your gig. Here, you're done, and you mentioned Frank Monroy. I think last week I caught the Julio Sierra podcast, a replay. Julio's he's a gentleman. I love him. I've known. Okay, well, gentleman is kind of harsh,
Yeah, I
but
was
he's a
gonna say.
good guy. No. I'm kidding. I'm
But
kidding.
I'll let you say it.
No. Julio is awesome. I've known Julio for many years, even before the V5 years. And he's awesome. Like he was just as much as part of V5 as I was. But he's and I don't think he gets enough of that, right? And he may shy away from it, like, oh, no, I was there. No, you were there. Like, you were there with us, and you helped, right? And yeah, maybe you were the one that would jump in and throw a couple on, but you were still there.
Yeah.
Right? As part of that journey.
Yeah, we brought that up because he was doing Babalu's
Babaluno.
during or which was always at Moretti's on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So he was always in the smaller room,
Yeah.
and then you had all the salseros. So it was kind of like a divide where Julio would be doing doing a mixture of hip hop, or he would be doing R&B.
Julio played hip hop.
You know, he thinks that he did it, but
Okay.
he did throw in a couple of
Look at that.
songs, and then he would go into what he was used to.
right.
So he doesn't remember that, but
Yeah.
I do.
Nice.
So
I remember a lot,
See,
of, a lot
see,
of the places.
see,
very
look at
clear.
that.
Let's
So,
talk,
yeah.
now we're talking about B5,
Yeah.
and besides who are with the original DJs, and I'm sure there were others, right? Was
Yeah, there
Little
were.
Segura part of that for a while? Or?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, there were other DJs.
Okay, you remember them? Just give him a shout out.
Well, yeah, of course, Louis. Yeah, man, he's my
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, they're and I'll walk through a little bit, or at least my lens, at least my memory of it. Right. Everyone has their own version, but the first five, it was Diablo. It was always Diablo. Incognito, who is Arturo, which is Frank Monroy's cousin.
Okay.
Arturo Monroy.
Haven't heard that. Wow.
So it was Arturo Pesado. Well, his name's Louis, but Pesado, DJ Pesado, Diablo. What did I say? Yeah, right. I said Pesado, Diablo, Incognito. Was it Galletas? And then
You.
and me.
Okay. That's
Right?
a cool name, Galletas. That's
Yeah, I think it was Galletas.
cookies.
And then he was a great DJ. Did you know him?
No, personally, no, I don't.
I don't know him.
Oh, he was so good. He just played the right music at the right time.
Yeah, you guys are. I think with the whole B5 experience.
Yeah.
You had this group of Latinos that kind of got raised on it, and these 18-year-old and under 21
Yes.
parties.
Right.
So now
Correct.
you're 21, so the experience is like
Oh, it was
triple
so
Yeah.
different.
because of the drinking. That
It was
makes
like on
that makes a
steroids.
difference.
Yeah.
Yes, everything is bam.
Yeah. Oh man, it was really the time of my life.
Perfect
man.
timing. Perfect
Yeah,
timing.
I loved it, and it's. Let me take a step back. You follow social medias now and things like that, and you do hear about people talking about gatekeepers and that you get that in any industry, like any industry. It's not just the DJ industry, but it's about persistence, right? And your identity, right? And like if you choose to be negative about, that becomes your identity, right? And you can't have that. For me, I had some hard lessons along the way. Walking through this DJ journey, I went through a point in my life where it was, I was probably a little cocky for a little while, right? And maybe
Yeah, you were.
yeah, and I was, and in retrospect, I say to myself, don't do that. Like, don't do that. And if I could take it all back, I would.
Yeah.
Like there are stories that always play over in my head and say, I want to go back and apologize one day to this person when I see them.
That's funny because towards the end, I usually ask everybody if your younger self was right in front of you, what would you say to your younger self?
Yeah.
And that's funny because you just brought it up right now that you would
Yeah.
learn to be a little bit more humble.
You have to be. It's not only in the DJ world, because it is a professional world, right? But that was my personal life and then my professional life. You have to know your audience, and it's not going to come to you, right? You do have to go out there and try and be persistent, and you're going to have a lot of closed doors in your life. You will, but someone's going to open it, open the door for you. Someone will, right? You just have to keep knocking, and I compare it to like say those door-to-door salespeople that come to your door, and like I have people come trying to sell solar and all kinds of stuff to me, and I will listen to their pitch, and I will say, look, I'll respectfully say I'm not interested. I did hear you, and thank you for that, but I'm not interested. But don't give up. Like, keep knocking on the door because someone is going to say yes.
Right, because somebody,
right?
I mean, I'm sure somebody said no to you at some point in time. Any DJ for that factor said no. Someone said no to them, and then, here
Pushed
you are.
them
And I always like using the DJ sneak version of a story because Sneak had a lot of doors, like literally, like, no, we don't want you, we don't want you. Even at Vincey's, when Wild Style and Victor was with him, and even Mike Birdman, they would tell him no, they didn't want him to DJ.
Yeah.
And he was having so many doors like closed at him, and I mean, look at him now. Like, he's literally laughing in a lot of people's faces, and I know he is. You know, and he's like, you know, he's kind of sarcastic in his own way by saying, I don't need what you wouldn't give me. You know, and I think it's sad, but you have to understand everything that he went through to understand that.
But there are a lot of regrets that I have, you know. But I know there were a lot of people that I did look up to. I'll name a few people. Like, I would go to Pablo was one of them.
What?
And I didn't know Pablo.
This guy here?
Right? I didn't know Pablo, and I probably shared this story a dozen times. But like, I always remember this one event. It was a place on the south side called Caesars, and
Cicero, 79.
Cicero, yeah. And Pablo was up next, and I think they were splitting up between house and new wave or something to that effect. And Pablo was going on, and I still didn't know who he was. Good, but then there was like this smoke machine, and I'm like, that's badass, right? And I still haven't seen him. Like, I don't know what he looks like, right? Because I came to see Pablo, right? And so he was doing his thing, whatever he started out with. I'm like, that is badass. But there were a lot of other DJs that I did admire and look up to. You know, Louis was one of them, Louis Seguera. I remember being friends with his younger brother. And I remember going with Ernie and his younger brother. They were performing, and I remember looking up on the stage because Louis was announcing his brother's band. And I was like, damn, Lou is just so cool. Like, he's just
Lou has always been cool.
Oh, he is like the coolest. He's like
Coolest
the Dean
cat
Martin,
ever.
right? He's just the coolest guy, right? He's so slick, and he's a good-looking cat, right? So he has it. And but I admired like him, Radical Jess. I always admired him. Julian, of course. And I didn't know Gino then. I think
really?
There was probably a part of me where I was like, who is this guy, right? Like,
Who is Gino?
Who does he think he is?
who is this guy? But I remember Julio the Rebel and Oscar Alcantar and Victor Salazar. I wanted to play at the parties that they were playing at, and I wasn't. I was getting the door shut. But it wasn't that I was getting the door shut. I wasn't trying.
Okay.
So it's not like, it's like, you know, how is someone supposed to know that you DJ if you're not
if you're not saying,
asking.
hey, you know?
Right. So, or I remember sometimes I would show up my records, and they would all look at me like, "Who is this guy?" And I'm like,
Is he the record boy?
I just want to play. I just want to DJ with you guys. That's it. And then they'd run out of time slots, right? Or the house party got raided. I'm like, okay, well then. But anyway, fast forward to the V5 years. I don't know. It was great. It was awesome. I think I just showed up, and I then. The music that we were playing then were not classics.
No,
you know?
it was new.
So it was new.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
we
It's a
played.
lot of
You guys
new.
were like the
Yeah.
innovators of that Spanish rock Euro
Yeah,
scene.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
for the Latino community. I don't know about anyone else. But
Yeah.
You guys, you guys were. I mean, that's
But I think
deal.
Rick also. I mean, only remember Rick because of the fact that he played all of it. He wasn't subjected just to Spanish because when he was playing the other clubs, he had to play all of it because that's where a lot of the clubs were. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's basically what a lot of the clubs were doing at the time. They were playing a variety of music: R&B, hip hop, Spanish, salsa, bachata, or not even bachata because that wasn't really in yet, but a lot of merengue and stuff like that. So it was like a culmination of everything, which I think a lot of the DJs that are known for that because you couldn't really step into a club unless it was like exclusive salsa and then Spanish rock or whatever. That's when the exclusivity started coming in, probably later 90s.
I think, and we'll probably talk about this too. I think there were different. Chicago's so big, right? And we're like a sliver of it, right? And really, the reality is we're like, you know, Chicago's like this table, right? And we're like this mono, right?
you know Spanish? I'm impressed.
we
Little mono.
represent
is a
this
blue
mono
mono.
of Chicago, right? I mean, over here you have, you know, the Gene Hunts and the you have the DJ Heathers, you have the, the Terry Bristols, and I mean, we were over here in our little corner,
Our little bubble.
yeah, our
Right.
little bubble, and while I appreciate it, I think it was huge. I think there were a lot of other clubs that were going on too, a lot of
Oh,
other
yeah.
DJs, a lot of other things,
Right.
and it would be wrong for me to say that, hey, look, I helped stand this up, maybe influence in the Latino market,
Yeah.
maybe I helped there, but there were a lot of good DJs, a lot of good clubs, a lot of clubs that they were just doing some great
Well, yeah,
stuff.
So
Shelter
many clubs.
and, I mean, you got,
So
yeah.
many clubs, and
Chicago,
everybody was
yeah.
jumping around. Like
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
go to 5 clubs in a
Right.
night.
You
Yeah.
would, and that's what I mean. No, really, like when at some point, like when like V5 just like took over every Latino club, not every, but there were other promoters, the Cuatro Fantásticos and
Louis Leon.
Viva. And,
Is that what were they
yeah.
called? Louis Leon.
Well, Leon, yeah, they were at SAP for a little
SAP.
while.
Yeah,
Right,
Sap.
right.
And then they were Viva, right?
Okay, yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
I don't remember. But where was I going with this? But it was a good time, man. That's all I mean, I had such a great time. I think if I could do it all over again, I would probably be a better person.
But you know what? At least you admit what you
Yeah,
know
that's
that was
yeah.
bad about you, and I
Yeah.
think that's what your 50s are for.
Yeah.
Is to be able to tell somebody I was, an A or I was a B,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, like you said, it's about being grown up and understanding the
Yes.
grown person in you.
Yeah.
Before we continue, I want to make sure that I
go
give
for
some
it.
shout outs on TikTok. Victor Salazar's watching, DJ K9 is watching, Annabelle's watching, and BB's watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Chava Rock.
Chava Rock just jumped in right now.
up,
I'm
Chava?
trying to adjust my glasses because
Tony
we're
T.
old. Let's just face it. I see DJ Pietro. What's going on? Tony T is in the house all the way from Miami. Luis Segura. We also have Maria. How you doing? No, Marsha's on here. And then I also see, I know I saw Gino somewhere.
Yeah, there he is.
Gino made a remark around here. They always ask about who's Gino, who's he. I don't know about that. Who's
that guy?
Who is that guy? And then who else am I seeing? I see Elizabeth. Hey, how's it going? Al Caveman, what's going on? So we are here, in case you didn't know, Jesse Padron, who was also a major, intricate part of V5.
Was.
Yes,
Still is.
I need to get him, because he's back in town. He's back from Texas. So we need to get him on here as well because V5, Frank Monroy, David Torres, and Frankie V, all three of them. I mean, if you saw them at any of the clubs, you also saw Jesse, you saw Julio Elizalde there. You did see Julio Sierra. Arturo Chavez was always there. They were always running the door. They were, managing the floor.
Yeah.
It was just a huge group.
Here's Carlos. Carlos is Carlos Fernandez. That's Frankie's
There you
cousin.
go.
He's amazing. He's just amazing. He was like the door guy, like the guy who ran, like Jesse was Jesse.
It's not that power to have people.
Oh man, that was a big.
That was a very powerful group.
Then it was big. It was a
Yes.
big deal, right? If you knew Carlos and you were on his good side, then he'd take care of you.
Who's DJ K9? You saying he's your son?
No. Oh, K9, is he on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's denying me. I was like, do we say something? I
DJ
don't know.
K9, is he on TikTok?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Okay. So Texas Terry. So and I'll get
Thank
back
you.
to that.
I'm so glad that
Yeah.
we
No,
I'm so glad we
I'll
didn't run
answer
into
this.
anything.
I will answer this. So one, I have 4 children. Okay, I don't have a 5th or a 6th or a 7th. But DJ K9, he's also known as Texas Terry. I do a Sunday show, an 80s show, on TikTok and Twitch, and DJ K9, but he goes as Texas Terry. Him and this other guy, James Whiskers, they get on there.
James Whiskers.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, and they say that I'm their father, and they play around. They joke. These guys are grown men, right? Like they're probably older than I am. No, I'm kidding. But they make a thing out of it, and it cracks me up. Like the things that come out of them really make the show entertaining, I think, right? If you're watching the chat. So shout out to DJ K9. What's up, brother? Thank you so much.
So
Yeah.
you're doing the whole V5 thing.
Yeah.
You're doing. What clubs do you remember playing at? I love asking that question because it brings up a lot of memories that people forget that the club even existed.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Somebody mentioned the Palladium.
Yeah, so there was, well, for me, it was La Casa de mi Hermana, and then it was the Palladium, then Club 720, then Convent, then Biology Bar, Voyeur, Circus. What was the place in front of Circus? No. Gosh.
Centra?
No, there was another place. It was like a tapas place that eventually became part
Tapas.
of tapas. That
Okay.
eventually became part. It was where Circus used to be. I don't remember the name of it.
What was Marina City called back then? What they renamed it?
Oh, I don't even know.
You guys played there, right?
Yeah,
Didn't?
that was before me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was before. That was Frankie and Frank. They were doing that before.
Okay.
I was before we became.
He said the drink.
The drink.
Louis.
Yeah, the drink. The drink was pretty awesome. First Fridays, they had at least in our Latino world, right? I can say, Frank had this theme of First Fridays. It was a big deal. Now, you'll have 1,000 other promoters that say, well, we came up with First Fridays. Yes, which is probably true. But in our corner, the Mono right
The
here.
Mono right here. In this
Chicago.
aquí.
Little Mono is going to be really, really
Correcto.
popular
Correcto.
today.
Correcto aquí.
Yeah, this is why we have him.
They created this First Fridays at the drink, and I think I don't know the story behind this. This is for you. It would be great for you to have Frank in here because
He said House of Blues, too.
Yeah, he can House of Blues. He can probably tell you like what happened with the drink, but what I remember from my lens is, we had drink was huge, and this is the drink too, the second, the second building.
The second one, yeah.
Yeah. We only had the back part of it, which was like it wasn't very big, and we filled it. And the line was around the corner, and it wasn't because of the main area; it was because of the back area.
The back room, okay.
And they had to stop letting people in, and then that was it. They were invited back, and then eventually we did take over. I don't want to say we took over the main room, but I was DJing in the main room too. It was huge. It was just huge. It was a big place, and now it's what's it called?
It's Carnival.
Guy.
Carnival.
Okay.
Carnival.
I have not been there
Wow.
since.
Wow.
I went there for the first time a few weeks ago. A promoter, Rami, invited me there, and he did it was almost techno EDM, but it had such a cool vibe to it, and he had like the whole dancers and everything. It was cool.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend you go on one of
Yeah?
Rami's things. Yeah, I
Okay.
would highly recommend it.
Yes, Sangria. That's what it was called. Thank you
God,
for
I
that,
forgot
DJ
about that.
Reich. Sangria, House of Blues, Dragon Room, which then became Tunnel. Not the Tunnel right now, but it used to be on Evergreen. Gosh,
That's over 10 already.
There were a lot. Oh, there was more. I have a long list.
So will you DJ will you go from club to club at the same night, like one night here?
Yes and
couple
no.
hours here, couple hours there, then.
It depends. Yeah,
Okay.
it depended.
Man, you were busy.
Sometimes it was really
Yeah,
no.
I mean, it's
I mean,
picturing
when I say
busy.
but and I know we've done like a lot of events. All of us can say that, right? But like we've done, like you and I have done thousands, right? It's not just hundreds, like thousands, right? I can say I can step up here and say yes, I've played at thousands of events, right? Nightclubs and events, et cetera, and yes, they kept me very, very busy. Which was cool. It was really, really cool because it was like, wow, we really have something going here.
Yeah.
I was DJing at one point from I think Wednesdays through Sundays, and Mondays was industry night. So you would go out and you would, I don't know, go to Dome Room or Vision for
I love Dome Room.
industry
That was my
night.
place
Yeah,
right there.
and you would go, and that's just what it was. But I also had my own relationships in the. What's that called over there? And you guys had an event there.
Chicago Theater Works?
Chicago and Division, right? Or was it State and Division?
Stay in division.
State and Division.
Didn't
we
you
had
guys
that.
just have an event there?
What do we have
Who
over
was?
Or the old poets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. Hideaways.
Hideaways.
Yeah.
The old poets.
So that was the old poets.
So I got connected with that circle of clubs.
Okay.
So it wasn't just V5. I was working there too.
Oh wait, you broke the contract? You get in trouble?
Yeah, no.
You weren't
because
exclusive
I,
no
cause
more?
I,
exclusive.
because I would take.
Oh, what's going on? We got some
It
dirt
was just
now.
dropped. It was
Yeah,
just dropped.
That's right. No, but I actually took Frankie. I took Frankie and David over. And I'm like, come check out the other places I'm playing at, right? But no, it was Excalibur and Vision,
Yeah.
and Excalibur was huge because we did. You guys know if you were not there,
I managed it. Yeah.
we did Excalibur and Vision for the first Fridays. And
Yeah.
it was just huge. It was huge.
That was great times. Those were like excellent times. And it was funny because Jesse just said Excalibur. Ben Proper Baez is on here and he says, "No, Rick, I'm sorry. You're wrong. It was Tunnel first,
Okay.
and then it became the
then
Dragon Room. And
Yes.
again, I know because I opened it. LOL."
There you
So-
go.
We gotta have Ben on here.
Oh, Ben is awesome.
Ben has a lot of history in the dance
Well, come
scene.
on over, Ben.
Ben,
Yes.
Give me
message
a call. Give Pablo a call.
Ben and I went to high school together. He was a cool cat. He's always been a cool cat.
Ben's always been a cool cat.
Him, Danny, the Wild Child. Was
That's another
guy.
bubble.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's a different. It's another bubble.
That's another bubble.
It is.
Of the DJ culture. Right?
Another little mono, right?
I know somebody said that we need to make a T-shirt of the mono, so we will.
Yeah. So this guy just keeps putting.
Now you know what
That's all right.
everybody
Our
goes
producer
through.
just tried to just ruin our little, mojo here by putting on these random masks.
So he does this quite often.
All the time.
Like you missed the alien one earlier
Yeah.
that he was doing for
No,
you.
I saw it.
Oh, did you?
I was cracking up. You were asking me a serious question. I'm sitting here laughing.
Yeah, that's the fun he has behind the scene.
I zone them out. I can't. I'm looking this way. I'm not looking over there.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Phantom 45. It was another one. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
So there were a lot of.
So you were busy, dude. Wednesday.
You were.
Man, it was busy.
That was your full-time job. I'm assuming.
It was.
So, wow.
So I've always been in technology. My career is in technology, but I had a day job, and there was a certain part of my life where I was probably making more doing the DJ stuff, and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna stop my day job and I'll just DJ, because I was crawling into work because nightclubs are open till 4 in the morning on a set on a
Back in those days, yeah.
on
The
a weekday.
weekdays.
And then Saturdays were 5 a.m.
Was this cash?
It was cash.
Oh,
It was
better.
cash. So
Yeah, I think it was only corporations that would sit there and give you
Not no
checks.
more. but
Excalibur.
now
was-
I got
yeah.
Frankie
Now
giving
we
me
have to wait
checks
for
and
checks,
like
yeah.
Keep your
you
checks,
know,
Frankie. Give cash.
Gino sending me a 1099 and all kinds of
Let's not
stuff.
talk about 10 I'm still paying for
It's
that.
just
The taxes. I
Where-
tell ya.
where is this world come to?
Yeah.
We need to go back to the 90s and 2000s.
No, I'm kidding. Legit. No, but it was fun. I had a real good time. I had a blast. I got to travel a lot. V5 did then go domestic. So meaning, I would go to New York. I would fly to New York to play a nightclub there. We would do like the Hard Rock Cafe in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Minnesota. I was doing an event for Frankie. In Minnesota, who was it? Evie Queen. So I think he had,
yeah.
and that was a cool event too. It was at the where was it? Where Prince used to perform in
Minneapolis.
Minnesota.
I'm wearing my T-shirt today because
Yeah.
it's Prince's birthday this month.
Oh,
Just
nice.
saying. Just
Nice.
saying.
I forgot the name of the venue where Prince started.
Paisley Park.
No.
Oh, First Avenue.
First Avenue. Mm-hmm. So I played there with. So it was the time of my life, and
I can imagine you guys are traveling now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It's cool.
expanded. You're going, the
was
brand
good.
is going everywhere. Like
Yeah.
it's intercontinental.
yeah.
Well,
it was cool.
I'm glad he's mentioning these openings because that's the next part that I want to get into. You have opened up for quite a few groups and people,
Yeah.
celebrities.
Yeah.
Name them.
Gosh, I don't remember
Well,
them.
I'm gonna remind you of one
I'm
that
gonna
you
remind you
posted, Moemia. You
Moenia.
posted that
I really
lately-
try. I
lately.
really try. So here's the thing. I caught again. I was listening to Julio's thing on the way here actually, and
Seeing how we were going to trap them.
well, yeah. Because and he mentioned you guys were talking about rock pop alternativo, right? So rock pop in español, and I didn't know the bands. Like I didn't know them at all. Like I didn't know who they were. Period. You could tell me I was playing for this person. It was like I'm playing for her, and I wouldn't know, right? Like, I don't know who she is. No, I don't mean that. You know what I mean.
I was gonna say, damn.
I mean, I
You
wouldn't
need to know who she is, brother.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't
gonna be a
know.
fight
right?
real soon.
I didn't. No, seriously. So, but later, I'm like, oh man, I DJ'd for Paulina Rubio. Oh, I DJ'd for Moenia. Oh yeah, I DJ'd for. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like I didn't know who they
They're
were.
impacting the music.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. There were others. Frank would probably be able to name them.
So at
I'd
this
say.
point, V5, they have elevated. They've just become more than just their club promoters. Now they're doing
Yeah.
concerts.
Yes.
And they're bringing these big time acts. And
Correct.
Now, is it still at a club scene or like at a arena level?
No, it was more club
Okay,
stuff.
okay. All right.
Because I remember Pitbull. I had opened for Pitbull, but he wasn't Pitbull, who he is now. I mean, it was at Circus Nightclub. So we
Everybody
didn't-
was shocked about
we
that one.
had like a makeshift stage. It wasn't like a real stage. And
It was tiny. It was in front of the. It was in front of the DJ bar.
yeah.
And it was just leveled up.
That's all it was. And he did his thing, and I didn't know who he was. I knew his one song, but it was Kulo, the song Kulo.
Yeah.
Kulo?
And that was the only one that was playing in rotation.
Yep.
The way
And-
you said it was this song Kulo.
Yeah, Kulo.
He had just dropped it at the MTV spring break.
Okay.
And then he had also, because I went down to Cayo Ocho that year when he first performed Culo. And then all of a sudden, that was the only song he was touring with because he was opening up for other people.
was.
So that he landed up being at Biology Bar. Was it Biology Bar?
No,
Circus.
it was the drink. It was Circus.
Okay.
Okay.
And then he landed up being there, and it was that one song.
It was the one song, and I remember. I don't know if you remember. There used to be a long bar right across from the DJ. You have to crawl to this little box that come out of the DJ booth, and try to see Julian get in and out of that. It wasn't working, man. He used to get.
He would get stuck.
Oh, he would
break
get,
Because he was bigger then.
He would be.
He was
he'd
bigger
get
then.
Pissed, man. No, he was just a bigger dude, and this little. I can't even describe it, but you had to crawl up to get into the booth. It was not fun. And they had the end of the bar. They roped off this little area and where Pitbull was at, and we went there. We had a couple of drinks with him, but I didn't know who he was. Like, how am I supposed to know he's going to go from here to here?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And I have a picture somewhere.
Did you
in the
both have
flyer.
hair that time? At that time?
I had hair.
Both of you.
I don't remember if he had.
He
hair.
didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't. He was, I believe he was
Yeah.
kind of like had that bald stage going on, but he was always wearing his, was it the Colombian or I forget what jersey he would always wear, but it was the same thing that he wore for anywhere.
Yeah.
He wasn't the same Pitbull we know with suits.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
He was not a suit man back then.
So to tell you the people that I opened for, I can tell you all of them. I don't remember. I have a stack of flyers, but you probably should get Frankie in here at some point because he can tell you like.
When Frankie
everyone.
returns my calls, I'm just saying.
Oh, Frankie, just come
When
over
he
here.
has
Saying.
time.
Can you do it
Yeah.
in July? Just do it in
yeah,
July.
just
all
July
right?
would be nice.
Lock in
Yeah,
and go,
thanks.
or even Jesse.
Just
Jesse
3
can,
hours
Yeah.
of your time.
Yeah, that's
Jesse will
it.
tell
That's
you
all I'm
it all.
asking for. I'm asking for a return phone call because you are part of the board now.
We'll
So
give you,
hello.
We'll feed you
or
pizza.
Pietro too. Pietro has like
Pietro was here.
Yeah,
Oh,
We
was
had,
he?
yeah, we
Oh
had
man,
him.
he has.
He's got stories and a half.
Oh, he has stories about the stories about the stories.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who need to be back here, like for 2 or 3,
Yeah.
because they
It's
just.
too much. It's too much to put
Yeah,
together in
I did
2-3
have a
hours.
purple
you know?
afro. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Purple afro for Friday. Yeah, I remember that. That's yeah.
No, we had. It was just a good time. We had a good time. They were. These guys were fun. Frankie was fun to hang with and be with and manage me, and he never steered me in the right. And you know what I appreciate about this crew, and you become really good friends with them. What I love about the crew that I hung with, then the V5 crew, and then some. Nobody ever really did drugs. Like we weren't into doing drugs. We weren't into smoking or anything. any of that.
Drinking.
Nobody. It was more drinking. Now, what they did behind scenes, I didn't see, but amongst friends, when we would go to each other's homes or whatever, and it was never about that. And I can share, because people can take a different path by doing that, right? And I'll share a history, a path that I was faced with earlier in my life, but I was grateful that I never fell into a path like that.
Yeah.
Yet, did we drink a lot? Yes, we did. Did we do a lot of things that were not right? Yes. But we never really, I mean, I wasn't caught in a group of folks who,
Yeah,
and there's nothing
Well,
wrong
thank
with that. And there's
God.
nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if that's your thing, then that's your thing.
Yeah, well, it's easy to get to follow.
But-
Back then,
you
yeah.
guys were like these like DJ icons.
Right.
I mean, in the Latino community, right? Is V5's in the house. V5's in the
Yeah,
house.
Frankie's
right?
like awkward. Frankie's like, I used to do coke
Which
all
part?
the time.
The one that I told you you don't return my calls? No. Just asking, Frankie. Just asking.
So
What orgies? Where are you at?
I,
I don't know that part about a club.
I do want, if I can take just one moment. I've shared this before, probably with you a time or two, and maybe on Vieto's podcast. But I want to go backwards. When I first started hanging with Gino, and we were becoming, we were friends, and amongst others, there was one summer where I almost took a wrong path. I was taking a wrong path. I started hanging around with a group of people who were not good people. They were not. And I was hanging with my DJ people, right? And I was on the radio, but I was hanging with these people, right? So when I was not doing this, I was driving around with these people. And then something happened one night, and it scared me. And I had like a come to Jesus moment, like, okay, you need to like step away from these people because one day you are going to be in the middle of that. And it was really like Gino's influence and that crew, Caveman, all of them. They don't know this, or maybe they have. I've probably shared this with them before, but that is what set me on that path. It kept me on that path. If there was no future here, if I would have stayed on this path, I probably wouldn't be here having this conversation.
The people that were a part of that path, I mean, do you see them now? Are they alive or?
No, I think a couple of them are dead, and yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they were gangbangers, and Gene probably or Gino will remember, like, oh yeah, I remember when he used to act like a fool, but that, yeah.
I want to go back to something because you mentioned your best friend Mark.
Yeah.
And I remember you posted a post about him, and ironically enough, I didn't know that was your best friend. Mm-hmm. But he also would help out on V5 as well.
He was.
Yeah. And I only want to go back to that because I love what you wrote about him. Mm-hmm. And his death was a shock to a lot of people who knew him. And I think I shared the story with you that I took him to his first strip club. Because he had never been to a strip club. And it was me and Julio and my cousin Melissa, who was one of the bartenders over at Moretti's. And he was just going through a really bad time. And we went to the Sox game because he worked in the...
You did?
Yeah, he worked downstairs.
So you knew him?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And he was just going through it, and we're like, hey, me,
Yes.
Julio, and Melissa took him out. And he was going through it, and I felt really bad. And I said, well, let's keep the drinking going, because he worked in the
bullpen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's a
we
bar back.
stopped drinking there, and he's like, I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
He's like, I just don't want to end this day. And we're like, okay, fine. So I was like, where do you want to go? So we took him to the strip club for the first time. His face. His face was just.
That's funny.
He's like, you're taking me to a strip club, and we gave him. We had a lap dance for him, and we all had a lap dance that day.
Funny.
Yeah, it's a little bit of history that I put out there for myself. That's okay. I'm really proud of that moment.
I didn't know you knew him.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I did. He was such great people. When I saw you post that, I was like, remind me to tell you the story because I don't want to put it all on Facebook.
Yeah.
But he was such a kind-hearted person, and I love the words that you put about him. May he rest in peace. But what highlights can you give me about Mark for yourself?
Yeah, Mark. So, well, let me share. I've known Mark since I was 4 or 5. We went to, I think we were like in preschool together, and then maybe kindergarten. And then we went to different schools, and then second grade is when we met back. We went to Catholic school in McKinley Park. And he lived down the block from me, like 7 houses down from me. And he was just a good guy. And he was, you know what? He was the guy that would walk into any room and have a conversation with anyone And it was always about sports. He was the sports guy, so I was not. He was the guy that sat in all Sunday watching football. He's like, nope, can't come out and play. I'm watching football. I was like, come on, Mark.
That and the Sox games.
In the Sox games, I'm like, come on, Mark. And he never really swore, so he would say things like, come on, Rick, stop being a butt. I'm like, it's okay to call me an ass if you want. He's like, no, I'm not gonna call you an ass. I'm gonna call you a butt. But Mark, he passed away suddenly at the age of 39. And
That's young.
I don't know. I still don't I don't know why or what. I know he was struggling. I still have his voicemail from when he called me the week before, days leading up, and I remember him asking, "Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't make it out to." We used to go out and have wings together. Gino, this guy Brian, Juan, and me, and Mark, and he couldn't make it, and Mark was frustrated with work, and he's like, I hate this, I hate this company, and he's like, I can't make it with you guys, this Thursday, whatever it was, and then the next week he passed away.
Yeah, he struggled with a lot of demons, and I what I'll say is this. I think, and it just goes for a general PSA. I think we always think at some point in time that life is really, really bad. And me and Mike were talking about this because we were talking about, certain situations and emotions that kind of take place in people's lives at certain points and times in your life.
Yeah.
Whether it's a midlife crisis, whether it's an early in my 20s, where is my life going kind of crisis.
Yes.
And I think that there is just infinite possibilities for people to be able to get through those types of humps in life.
Yes.
And I know it doesn't seem like you can at that moment. I definitely had my struggles a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I think I just wish that, people would understand that or be able to see the signs sometimes, because sometimes we see it and sometimes we just don't understand it, or we can just overlook it thinking it's just a rough time. But I wanted to bring him up because I believe he's worth the mention.
Yeah.
He meant a lot, I know, to you, to me, to Julio, to V5, to everybody who knew him, and he was such a great guy.
Yeah.
So I just kind of wanted to
Thank you.
bring that up and just give him that flower, because not very many people bring him up.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know you knew him.
yeah.
And this really, it warms my heart to know that you had this connection with him.
Yeah.
And that you mentioned, like, only I would know that, not only I would know, but people who knew him knew that he worked at the bullpen at the Sox. He worked in Moretti's. He worked, he was with V5. Everybody knew him at V5.
Yeah.
So only a few people remember him, and thank you for that. That really, that touches me more than you know.
Did we have a connection? You just didn't know it. It was Mark.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But I agree, and I will get off this topic because I don't want it to be a downer. But I think we've all struggled in some period, and those who say they don't, they're lying. And it's okay, but it's okay to not be okay, And I take it very serious. I struggled a couple of years back with anxiety. It was very, very bad. I mean, and my friends, my closest friends know. And I've shared this even on my streams, but it was a very struggle where I was afraid to go to sleep because I didn't think I was going to wake up. And it was every night going to bed feeling that way. And I couldn't take it anymore. And I started, I gained some pounds again, but I started exercising, I started meditating. I did go to my doctor. I started therapy. I did all sorts of stuff. And I will say now, I can speak about it now. I feel great. I know that it was something that I was dealing with. It was probably a lot of things. It was stress. It was like, for those who are not familiar with anxiety attacks or panic attacks, they're very real, and they make you feel like you're dying, like you're dying, right?
Yeah, it does.
Like I am having a heart attack right now. I wouldn't say. I mean, I'm doing better now, and I feel great.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
But to the audience and to you guys, it's okay to not be okay, and you should talk about it, and it's okay to talk about it. because I think often people do not want to talk about it and they're ashamed of it or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
Well,
I don't know if it's so much of a shame. I'm sorry, Pablo. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
I don't. I think it's the shame.
Yeah.
I think it's the backlash of, get over it, because I think that's what we've always been taught is to get over it, and sometimes you just can't. And then the other part is just the not understanding. And I think we're at an older age in our 50s where I've heard a lot of conversations regarding therapy,
yeah.
and and letting it out. I think it's needed, and I'm glad you're sharing that with us because it's important.
Yeah.
It's important, like you said, it's okay not to be okay. And I put that on a post one year, and everybody kind of like, you're right. And then there's some people like, what does that mean? And I'm like, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. I think I was going through it that day, and I was just like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
And you had anxiety attacks. I think I attempted suicide at 14, and then I attempted suicide at 32. And it was right before I started working for Moretti's, and I got my job back with a la carte.
Sure.
And I tell Mike, I'm like, that's a struggle every day. Depression is a struggle every single day. And it's not something you get over. And there's days that you can be really high and life is great. And then
Yeah.
when it takes that turn and it goes into that dive, you just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it's that coping mechanism that you don't know how to balance out because you're just like, oh my God, I was just up here and what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
So I think people have different ways of dealing with anxiety and panic attacks. And yeah, it can feel like a heart attack. Like I know a friend of mine recently just said that she was at a festival and she just like froze. She could not move. And people didn't understand it and weren't empathetic to it except for her brother and a good friend of ours. And she was just like, I was stuck in my tracks. Like I could not move and people just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And it's real. And I hope people, if you're going through this and you're, I hate to sound like a PMSA. It's probably what I'm going to sound like too. A PSA, but I think it needs to be said. It's normal. If you're going through it, talk to somebody. And therapy is real. If it's there, take it. Take advantage of what your insurance gives you because it's there for a reason. So
And it's okay. And now, like in this, some may disagree, and that's okay. It's okay to take medication for it too. And I did. And I was, and I still am. And it's a very small dose to deal with my anxiety. And I'll be real, I feel great. I mean, I have my moments,
You sure do.
Yeah, I do. Oh, fuck
like
yeah,
that
I do.
58 minutes that we'll be talking about real soon.
That in a minute. I have my moments, but my wife jokes with me, and I know she means this. She's watching right now. I know she means this lightly, but sometimes she doesn't. She's like, "Oh, you're on your I don't give a fuck pill," and I'm like, pretty much.
There's a new term for you,
like
Mike.
that.
I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
That's a T-shirt.
He's writing it down right now.
Yeah, that's the next T-shirt.
That's right. I am pretty much on my I don't give a fuck pill.
I like that.
and,
I'm going to use that.
I like that.
Am I allowed to swear in here?
You sure are.
Okay. I wish
Too
no.
late now, but yeah.
I wish
Mike's ears are virgins, but don't worry about him.
I'd love to do a show with Al Martinez and
Crash next week.
We could just talk about we could just swear through the whole podcast.
You can swear here. I don't care. I don't have any sponsors. That's why I kind of like it that way.
No. Oh, thank you, Mike.
I just want to give some shout outs here. On TikTok, we've got DJ Lucho watching. How you doing, Primo?
Lucho.
And then we got Shy City Liz and Jay Biggs also watching. If in case you don't know who we're here with, we are here with Rick Guerrero. And we're opening up. This is like a therapy
real
session.
here, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a
very
therapy
real.
session, but
Sorry.
sometimes it's needed, and I think people tend to forget. And no matter how you and Pablo, I'll include Mike in that, and Gino and all of them. I think people don't realize that you guys don't realize that you're technically local celebrities. You are you guys.
Right
you guys are. Yeah, the little
this
mono, the little mono, right? The little mono
corner.
right here. You guys are celebrities. Like you can't tell me that at some point in time you don't get stopped somewhere and everybody says, it's Rick and I see you on TikTok, or it's Pablo, I know who you are. Even that happens to Mike. Sometimes he's just like, we're in a place and sometimes he'll get stopped. I'm like, who the hell is this? I'm sorry, am I talking loud?
No.
I apologize.
Who's that woman?
No. I don't.
I'm not a jealous girl. Let's get that right now. I'm not a jealous girl. You want him? Hey, I'll put a bow on him and be like, bye, I gotta go. So, I've learned to live. Like, you're a fucking pill? That's exactly how I am about men. You want to go after him and he turns around and bites the apple, you can have him. I'll put a bow on him.
But there are more folks that are dealing with this than not.
Yeah.
Right? You know this. Know this.
Yes.
We have our own circle, and you know this. You know, I mean, there are probably everyone who's watching, except for T Kid. He's just
He's normal.
He's like always sunshine and rainbows, right? No. Everyone. That's right. Prieto de la Salle in the house, brother. Everyone is struggling in some shape or form, and COVID didn't help. I don't think, right?
No, it didn't.
I think COVID did some damage to some people, but I think it wasn't until I actually started talking with folks who knew exactly what type of attacks I was having. I won't share the person, someone's watching here, but I remember having a conversation with this person at dinner, and they were like, dude, like take medication, this, and I did talk to my doctor like weeks later, and we're here. But anyway, I think everyone has their own stuff. You know what I mean? Whether it be stress, and I know this isn't talked about often either, but like women in perimenopause and menopause, that's a struggle. You know, it is. It really is. You know, and I've seen it, and it's tough, and it's very real, right? Anyhow. We can move on now.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
I'm glad we brought this up because, we can talk about like all the happy times and blah, 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 which I'm going to get into something else.
Let's go.
That's going to come out of this. But family, how was it? Because I know you talked about like your younger self and now your older self. So I always like asking people who have families, how was that work balance for you? Because I know you have some older kids and you have some younger kids. And how was that work balance for you? And then how do they feel now knowing that dad is who dad is?
Oh no. Okay. I'll share it. Yeah. Okay. This is important, and I think my oldest daughter's watching. I think, and so I have two older kids. Victor's my oldest. He's 33. Alexis is my eldest daughter. She's 32, and then I remarried, and I have my 14-year-old Olivia and my 11-year-old Catherine. So when I had my older kids, and a lot of the folks who are on here now remember my older kids when they were younger, right? And I was in a different time of my life then. I was in my 20s. I had my kids when I was 19, right? Okay. 18, 19. And I wouldn't say that they weren't a priority. Of course they were a priority. But I was in a different time of my life. I was very selfish, and probably more than I am now, but very selfish. And they probably got the shit end of the stick of dad, of their father, because we still have conversations about it now, right? And it does come up. And when it comes up very heated, right? But I have nothing to say other than I'm sorry, to them that I this fucking guy.
He knows how to break the monotony.
If you get just some background, Mike over here, he has talent.
I don't know if you're going to see you from that point.
Yeah, no, he'll show up. Yeah, he keeps switching these masks. He'll come up. There he is. Yeah, there he is. A bit of a delay. So my older kids, they, when I was doing all the nightclubs and all that, right?
Yeah, they must have been 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife, my wife then, she was just way more mature than I was, and she was the one that was watching them more than not. But I had a lot of family support. my father, my grandmother. I mean, they helped me raise my kids, right? And then I divorced, and I met my wife now, who I've been married to 20 years. This year, November will be 20 years.
Oh, happy anniversary! Because that says a lot.
And yeah, marriage is a different conversation, but she is amazing. She's, we may have our stuff like all couples do, relationships do, but she's just amazing and one of the smartest people I know, who I admire deeply. But we have two girls, and now they see like, okay, well, Dad's doing this, but my 14-year-old's in a different world. She's like, yeah, she knows. She tunes in, and she's just like,
Okay, it's Dad.
too busy. Yeah, she's just, and Catherine, she recognizes it, but they're both very much into music, and like all sorts of genres. Like you'll hear country playing out of Olivia's room, you'll hear Michael Jackson playing out of Catherine's room, right? And then downstairs we'll have, Jimmy Buffett on, right? So it's very
Variety.
Yeah, super variety. Super variety. But to answer your question, or at least to partially answer your question, my older kids, they probably look at it as like, yeah, that sucked, but they see me now, and I know my oldest daughter, she's being very supportive now. Like she'll come to some of the gigs, and I don't know if it's hard for her or not, but for her, it's kind of I know. For her, it's kind of like, hey, Dad, where were you, right? And it's not like I abandoned them, but it was kind of like, hey, where were you, right?
Yeah.
Which is shitty, and I own that, right? I own that. But my younger kids now, I have a great relationship with them now. My older kids, my younger kids, they're my kids, and they're amazing, and they keep me young, and they love it too. They like seeing it. They know it's my headspace, right? Like this is your headspace. Like, Mom, why are you always getting on him for wanting to DJ? That's his headspace, And she's like, because he has to do this.
I remember you said it on a Sunday. My wife wants me to get off on Sundays and do Saturdays instead because we're interfering with Sunday duties. And I was like,
right.
no. Well, listen to the wife. Listen to the wife.
Let's talk about that. Now you've done the V5 thing. You were part of this integral movement for a long time. You took a break, almost, like a lot of us do, right, in this business.
Yes.
And now here comes COVID.
Yes.
And here comes this dentist called Gino.
Freaking Gino.
Telling, hey,
Dang you, Gino.
why don't you come down to my house? And that's the first time I met you. I heard your name.
For real?
Yeah.
I heard Rick's name.
I didn't really know.
I heard him a couple of times on,
Shock.
clubs, but I met him through COVID. And we didn't really I didn't know he was Rick. I just thought he was one of Gino's friends that
That's crazy.
wanted just to hang out in Gino's basement.
I knew him, but
I didn't know he was Rick. No one introduced us. Like, hey, this is Rick Guerrero. This is, So let's talk about that because what Gino did is, he brought us back, right?
Yeah.
And because of the COVID, that's one of the good things that happened. Here we are today, performing for the Club Romo experience. Let's talk about the Club Romo experience and what.
Yeah.
Today, what is that? Because your kids now, your younger kids. All right there, and your wife now probably is, like she mentioned, this is taking up too much of my.
This is taking family time.
Time. But I'm sure I've seen your kids at Navy Pier.
Yeah.
And how is that? That must be pretty cool to have your kids, your younger ones, being.
I think it's cool.
Right, checking out Dad, that. So let's talk about.
I think it's cool. So for me, let's see here. Well, first, I do want to share. Yes, we do take a break, right? Or at least I did. Yeah. And I remember it was yesterday. And I won't mention their names because it would probably sound like I'm bad-mouthing them. I'm not. But it was, I remember my last gig was at a nightclub called the Green Dolphin. And I think at that point in time, I was done with nightclubs. I was done. Right, and I took it out on the promoter because the promoter was trying to, I don't know maybe they're giving me a runaround or not. I don't know, but I know I was in this headspace that was not good, and I told the guy to F off. I'm like, you know what, F off, I'm done, and I was done. Like I was done. I stopped mixing, and I put my stuff away, and that was it. And that was probably 2007, 6, something like that. I took a break, and then when was COVID? 2020, right?
Yeah.
You took that long of a break, 13
yeah.
years,
Oh, yeah.
right? Oh, wow, okay.
I still have my equipment. I still have my, since then, I got married. We had, we tried having kids. We struggled having kids. Then we finally had 2 little beautiful girls, wonderful girls. But I still had my equipment. And I didn't, I had no desire. Gino was doing like festivals. And I remember things were still transitioning over to digital, and he was still like, "No, I'm doing vinyl. If you're gonna hire me, I'm doing."
Yeah,
vinyl.
I heard. Yeah, I had to rent turntables for him one time because I threw a party and
But he was
vinyl.
he was like, "Nope, vinyl only."
Yeah.
And like I didn't, I was not part of it. So I was, but I remember him asking me a few times, like, "Dude, you should come and I'm doing these festivals every now and then." I'm like, no, "I'm done. Like I'm done." And then 2020 came, COVID. And Gino,
We call him Gene. That's why
Yeah,
we kept
that's
saying.
why.
Yeah, we call
Because
him
he's the
Gene.
first Gene.
Right. Yeah, he's Gene,
He's
Gene
the
1.
first Gene 1.
G1.
yeah. So what's up, Patrick Perez? During COVID, which is how I met Patrick Perez, by the way. But we, how did it happen?
Well, he called us, right? Put
Because he had his first show,
the band
and it was just
together.
him. Yeah.
I remember how it went down. It was probably the week or two. I still have the recording on Facebook, saved somewhere. I won't name names, but a friend of ours, or a friend, we were like, we can do this. We know a way to do this, right? And this guy was like, I know exactly which cable we need. He's like, I'm going to get it. And he went all the way to Schaumburg to pick it up from Best Buy. And I did not go to Gino's house that first day because COVID had happened, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So he did it anyway, and it blew up, right? And then he started having more live streams, and we would come over, and we were careful, right? And it blew up. Like, it really blew up, and I had no intentions of getting back into DJing, like zero. And we did, and here we are now. But
Yeah.
what Gino did was he I've known Gino for a long time. He's seen my girls born. I've been to his wedding. He's been to mine. He's been to both of mine. He's been to,
Double duty.
He has saw me go through divorce. He's godfather to my daughter. There's a lot. We have a lot of history there. And he took something and decided to share the love and say, hey, I want to have other guest DJs on here. And he was very genuine about it. It wasn't like a selfish thing. It was more like, hey, there's a lot of good talent on there. I want to invite the Myras and the Hyros and, Mickey Oliver.
The Rikes.
The Rikes
Yeah,
of
the
the world.
Rikes of the world.
And he did, and it turned out it was awesome. It was pretty cool, and it was a big deal. It turned out to be a big deal, and Gino just kind of like sparked it, right? Like he ignited a spark in me that it was like this flame that was like on pilot, right? And then he went off and he pressed the button and turned it up.
I think he knew what he was doing.
And then, well, we're here now, right?
Yeah.
And it eventually turned into, hey, we're going to call this Club Romo, right? And then it blew up. And I think he did the first daytime, which is what really hit off, right?
Yeah.
Is that yeah.
Jones, yeah.
And
That was
Gene,
risky- that was risky
so
too.
Gino, I know Gino he did reach out to other members of the Dominating Six, the different phases, and some of them respectfully declined. And he's like, hey, man, you still want to do this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And where he goes, I go, and I will always support him. But I will always tell him where I think.
Yes, you do. In the chat, he does.
I have no problem
Rick has
telling
no
him.
shame.
I have no
I know Rick
problem
was sharing with
telling-
us.
He has no
I'll
shame in
tell
that
everybody
chat.
what they're thinking,
Yeah.
and I'll say it out
I
loud.
will.
He's the preacher of the group.
The things. So I will say the things that Gino is
Thinking, right?
thinking.
Yeah.
He won't say it out loud. And you know,
It's like a Twilight Zone moment.
what he's thinking is like, Rick, why did you just say that? Because I knew you were thinking it. You know?
God, I'm glad we don't know each other that well. Because Jesus, you'd be letting everybody know what I was thinking.
It's quite comical. It's funny. I don't know. Look. Here's the thing. When I leave this earth, you know, and we all will, right? At some point, I do want to leave that mark, that person. And, you know, I say this in a joking way, but I mean it. Mm-hmm. And like even in our Dominating Six chat, like I want you to say that, man, he made me laugh. Like, and he was like, yeah, maybe he had his moments where he was just a dick. But
yes, we're going to talk about
we'll talk about that too
in a second.
Yeah, that's really more towards you, though.
Yeah.
Dick talk coming up. Don't miss it.
But I want to make sure. But I want to make sure, you know. But I do want to leave this earth with like, hey, you know, what do you want people to remember about you when you leave? And you know, when you are brought up, what do you know? And I want to be remembered as, you know, one that you can always turn to, have a relationship with, have a conversation with, made me laugh. I carry a little bit of my father in me. If you met my father, you'd be like, oh shit, I see where he gets it from. You know, like my dad is just, he's like XXX, right? And I'm probably like X-rated, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, it was a little thing that you dropped earlier. I was laughing. I was like, I thought it was funny. So Lewis is saying, Pablo, the things shared on D6 chat are like Fight Club. Gino says, I have no idea what he's talking about.
He has no idea what we're
See, you
about.
should have came and had a little pop in and you would have understood what he was saying. Just saying.
No.
I think it's cute. The way like certain groups, like I know we have a chat and we'll sit there and, you know, I can just imagine what the all boys chat is. I could just imagine just a little bit. But I think when, you know, it's hard getting back people from way back when because you guys are in different places in your life, different mentalities.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, working with a group of people with a different hats, so to speak.
Yes.
So I find it really, really cool. And I think so does everybody else because people are starting to learn. And I think Gino just learned you guys didn't know each other till the day he went to the house.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, really? Wow. He goes, I didn't know. Right. But even at that moment for you guys and then for people on the outside, such as myself, I think we look at you like saying, man, they've been together since the beginning and now look at them, they're still flourishing, they're still, you know, cohesive, they're still boys. And it wasn't like that. It was like he brought you guys together in different, from different waves of life and different waves of the radio.
He was like a coach. He, like you get hired to put a team together and him unknowingly put this like all-star team together.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we have so much respect for each other.
We do.
I mean, I knew of Rick. I never met him, but I had so much respect for him, you know, because I knew his history, even though I didn't meet him.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to know each other. Now I can call Rick and talk to him about anything.
And that's why it's funny because I know one time you were going through some stuff, and first thing I turned around and said is, "Have you told the rest of your brothers?" Mm-hmm. And he's like, "No," and I'm like, "Why not? Yeah. They need to know what's going on." Mm-hmm. Because you're going to give them a shock value and they're going to be like, well, what the hell just happened? And then it's going to be like, well, why didn't you say something earlier? Sure. So he came out now and he's like, I did tell them finally. He's like, and they were in shock. I'm like, yeah, give them the shock value now, not when something happens and you guys are in an event. So I think that is so cool that now you guys kind of got that camaraderie between yourselves. I mean, you've known Gino for a long time, so have you, but you two have not known each other for a long time. Yeah. So I think, you know,
even
COVID,
Caveman, I didn't really know Caveman.
See?
But because of, you know, since COVID, I can call Caveman and not just ask for legal advice, but I can have a deep conversation with them, and I like that. They're very talented, but you know they're also good human beings. Yeah. You know, and I have respect for them as human beings, and I feel with this group here, I can talk about anything, and they would judge me or anything. You know, and I feel their love. That's very important.
That's
I
that's
feel that
important
love.
because according to Lewis, it's about negativity is not welcome, positive vibes only, and I love that. So we're going to be so positive about this. Why do you do a damn 58-minute mix
Oh,
and
shit.
leave this
Okay.
man
Here
to
we
come
go.
in
Okay,
2 minutes earlier? You want to speak about that?
And you're the cause of this.
I'm gonna,
Why am I the cause of
I'm gonna
this?
bend the knee here
Okay.
and let Pablo.
Okay, so there was a text that Rick put out earlier, about Mr. 58 minutes, like, and that's not the first time he brings it up. He always.
Is that true?
Well, then you better speak on
comes,
it.
sometimes, make sure you have more than your
Yeah.
58.
I wanna
program.
hear- I
Bring
wanna
some
make
extra
sure you
tracks,
have
Pablo.
extra tracks.
Okay, this is what happened, and this happened because of the what's that place on the south side? The daytimes. I'm sorry, I'm getting over it.
Daytimes.
Bourbon Street.
Okay.
Bourbon Street. Because
Bourbon
of
No,
Bourbon
Street.
but
Street.
it was before that. But yes, we can talk about.
Okay,
That was probably the first time that I.
this is the first time it happened that I can remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
And she was there, right?
Yes, you were there.
Yes.
Rick was after me.
And I felt like such an asshole.
Okay.
I
Was
felt
that
like
my
I-
fault?
Yeah. Hold on. So let me
But I
explain.
felt
Right.
like this.
Let me explain what to the people.
Go ahead.
So Rick, I ended my senator early. Yeah, that maybe a couple of minutes early because what Rick didn't know.
Oh, that's right.
What Rick didn't know is that Rick was a part of the conference, the CYC conference, but he didn't make it. He had some family, stuff to do, and we respect that. So he didn't make us. Rick didn't get his
award.
His award. So Stephanie came. Hey, let's present this to Rick before he starts at Bourbon Street. So anyway, on purpose, I stopped my set early because to give some extra minutes to talk about it. Because, when you're DJing, you got to be, okay,
Yeah.
up next DJ, right? So I stopped on purpose. And then Rick is like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I acted like, and on purpose, like, I'm done, bro. That's it. I'm done. Well, wait a minute. I'm not ready yet. I haven't plugged in my laptop. And he gave me the... Bro,
Ugliest look.
He's like, bro, are you serious? bro, are you serious right now? Yeah, I gotta go. He looked, and he like gave me this dirty like. I'm laughing inside, but I'm not. I'm trying to play it up.
I remember the
like,
confusion.
whatever.
I remember his face.
Yeah, like whatever, bro. That's on you. Anyway, so that's what happened. So we had I stopped early because we wanted to present Rick this award, and we
thank
did.
you. And thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and that's what happened there.
Yeah.
That's one of the first times it happens.
So I'll share my lens, okay? Thank you, and really, and I mean, I thank you for that. So yes, I had to leave early from was it your first annual or second?
No, second. It was the second one.
My stepdad had a stroke that day, and I had to leave, and I learned about it, and you were very understanding, and I left, and my stepdad he's still with us, which is good.
Okay.
But it was that day, so yes, that happened. But there were a few times where Pablo, we've been doing things with Frankie V, right? And thank you for including me there. We do this New Wave Chicago event, and it's become a thing.
Yeah, it's becoming a good brand. It's
Become a thing, and it's
yeah.
like it is good, and you'll see Frankie talk. I'm the union member. I'm the
Delegate.
Yeah,
He's the Teamster.
Yeah,
He's a Teamster. Yes, he is.
I'm like, get that right. Okay, so for me, and the club DJs will know this. Those who worked in nightclubs, you just don't stop and say, up next, you have DJ so-and-so. Maybe you do now, but then you don't let the dance floor, oh, okay, well, let's see who's up. You just didn't
Right.
do that,
You just
right?
keep playing, right.
Unless you had like a headliner, right? Like a Julian or something, right? Then Julian would do his thing, or whoever, right? But we like at least the V5 DJs, we knew like we would just go into our next track, right? We would make it work.
Right.
That was it. And you just keep it going. Whether it was Diablo starting with a new track or not, for me, I like to blend into the next to the
Right.
person who's mixing. I don't need an intro. I don't want an intro. Thank you if you want to intro me. I'll take it. But I'd rather just keep the dance floor going. That is me, right? This guy here.
He's talking about me over
This
here.
It wasn't his fault. It was
fucking guy.
mine.
No. It wasn't. So a time or two ago, not many, right? I'm just talking shit. Look at him. Look at him. So
I got my Puerto Rican face out.
there was a time or two before that we were doing these New Wave Chicago events with
Yeah.
Frankie, and He's because of the yes, and it is a laptop thing, admittedly, right?
It is a
and
laptop thing.
that's another
You're
thing.
not the only one.
We'll
so.
talk. We'll talk about that. That's a separate segment.
What's
but,
up in this class?
But
Go ahead.
there was every time we would play Diablo, me, this guy, and I don't remember who else, maybe a few others, Julius, we would have the CDJ 3000s and the NS2 or something like that, I don't remember. And when you plug in your laptop, it just doesn't always work. It
Right.
just doesn't. And it's a shitty feeling when you're doing it, but we figure it out, right?
Right. I've seen it happen.
So, Diablo and I are trying to figure it out. No fault of his, right? It's not. But he just happens to be in the way. So
I'm always in the car in the middle.
So I tell him he'll have an hour set, right? And I'll be like,
And it'll be an hour set.
I'll be like, hey, can you play one more song? I don't have another song. What do you mean? You only came?
He did that at my birthday party.
I'm like, wait a minute, hang on. You only came with 60 minutes? Yeah. I was like, well, then play another song. Again. No, I can't do that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like,
Hey, I got booked for an hour, and that's all you're gonna get from me.
So Diablo won't show that, but Diablo's like, okay, he'll unplug it, go do it, and then we'll get it working, right? And it'll work fine. We'll figure it out. And meanwhile, Rick is like, you only brought 60 minutes worth of music? You're like, are you kidding me?
No, no, that's all I got hired for.
So since you said that, your ass better
ass.
not do that on fucking Sunday. And
I'll
I
bring
drop
one
the
ex- I'll-
F-bomb. You
I'll
better
bring-
bring an extra
I'll
song
bring one extra
for
track.
somebody to turn around
it's all
and
you're gonna
get
get.
on
One extra
before
track.
they turn around and
One
you get
extra
off.
track. That's all you're
There,
gonna
I
get.
was very blatant.
But you know
and,
what?
And I became Rick. I think you read my mind on that one, but I said it. Don't
I'll have one extra track just in case. But you know what I'm saying?
But I love that.
But it's a thing in the industry. There you got USB guys, and you got the laptop guys, right? Mm-hmm. And when
Sorry, Gino, I swore.
and the thing is that it does get in the way because they got to come in.
We went black. Okay,
They got to come
Wait,
in.
you racist?
And,
we went white.
and these guys, and I'm not just talking about Rick. They'll come in, they'll put the laptop on top of the controller
No, I
and
don't
start
do that.
plugging stuff in. Like,
I
hey,
don't do
Joe,
that.
I'm still playing. What are you doing? And, sometimes they'll
I don't do that.
plug the wrong thing and the music go off. Or and things happen.
Those are those schlocky places that
Right,
you play at.
so
not where we play
but
at.
So
Okay.
I think I don't know. It'd be great. Like we don't have that issue like at Gino's party because those are big events. They're organized. People are there early.
Yes, we're very.
But when
yeah.
these come these pop-ups, maybe there should be two setups, one for USB guys and one for.
That I agree.
Laptop guys. I think that's
Sunday,
what
we
it
will
should-
have
yeah,
that.
thank
We
you.
will have that Sunday.
Thank you, DJ Reich.
But that's what it is.
why I
And
love
I
you,
don't think
brother.
I think I don't think we're the only two that go through this.
No,
it happens
we're
a
not.
lot
We're
in
not.
the
It
industry.
happens a lot.
Rick did a great analogy because he kind of said it well. You have your Windows users, right, and then you have your Mac users,
Yeah.
right. It's kind of hard. It can, for me to go into like a Mac if I never went into a Mac, right, and vice versa. So the same thing here is it's just a little different.
Yeah. So I mean, so for me, I have my USB. I always have a USB of the same thing that I have on my laptop. I was using Serato when it was SL1, like so for when its first version. So that's just what I'm used to, right? But if I have to use a USB, I will, and I have, and I will, and it's fine. I'm not going to complain about it. But he's not wrong that it makes things complicated, for DJs who may be USB DJs or laptop DJs, right? I think the USB DJs probably get. I said this the other night. I go, they probably get the shit out of the stick because most controllers that I've played at locations are only meant for Serato.
Controllers, right, right. Yeah.
And that puts them in a weird place. Like we had to do something for a thing Louis had in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
And I
for
put.
me, yeah.
Yeah, and we were like.
Because without Rick, I wouldn't have been able to play.
So
wow.
I'm like, we'll figure it out. I go, we'll put your music in this folder. It's easy. I'll show you. You're gonna get a crash course in Serato, right? And
Sure
it was
did.
like 2 minutes, and he got it working, and it was fine. He
Can you
figured it
teach
out.
that to Mike? He may need one of those crash courses. No, I'm just kidding, babe.
Yeah.
Look at his face, because he was asked to do a USB, and he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not used to it, and a lot of people aren't. You know, so that sometimes you have to have that set. I mean, he knows how, but again, is it virtual DJ? Is it Serato? I bet you guys didn't know that I knew that, right? So you know, it's just like what is it? And then you know, if you have an HP and a Mac, it is going to be different.
I don't like. I mean, I did the lap thing once,
Hey, Jenny Torres.
but my laptop kind of crashed and I couldn't play, so I never did that again. And USB is just so, to me, it's like
Sure.
it's easier, it's simple.
Yeah, and
and
that's okay.
I don't like you know, I don't personally. It's just me. Doing it on the laptop, it feels like work because you know I'm like on the computer all day at work, and I'm going to be. For me, the USB, I can see the crowd. I don't have to worry about that. Here's my little screen right in front. I peek at it. I got my songs in order. I'm going to play.
Yeah.
And I just like it better. That's
Yeah.
Nothing knocking.
No.
against
I'm not either. And we
experience.
talk we talk crap amongst each other. you know.
And we're just talking.
Yeah, we are just talking. Like
Right, yeah.
whatever. It is what it is. I think you know, it's just what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I know you see Johnny Torres on here. If anyone shows up with to the venue with a PC laptop, I mean, I don't think anybody should be condemned for bringing in a laptop or bringing in a USB. I mean, it's just, you know, industry standards. And we've had this conversation before where if you want to get into those festivals and nightclubs, which we've all seen those festival DJs and what they do. So, I mean, just be real. You know, it's an either or, you know. I've learned on a laptop. So if you turn around and told me to do it in USB, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. Yeah. Maybe with practice, you know, I probably could, but I don't know that.
And Rick being technical, you know, and when you bring a USB, it's the same thing. You got all your files there. You can put as much music as
Correct.
you can, right? And let's say, you know, okay, I'm playing my set, right? Because he was saying, okay, Pablo, can you play 5 more songs? Okay. My music may not be in this folder. Well, I can easily just turn it into another folder and get access more music.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as a.
I'm sure it's
bringing a
simpler.
laptop, you know.
I'm sure it's simpler.
Yeah,
You know, it's just a matter of learning that because not everybody. If there's some people who like their laptops, and then there's some people who could do the USB.
Maybe I would do that if I was doing a wedding and I
Right.
need, you know, that's different because you're on the fly, you're like freestyling,
Yeah,
it, you know,
correct.
type of
Yeah,
deal.
yeah. And then there are different flavors of DJs.
Yeah.
We know this, right? Like there are some DJs, like this is, and this is what we'll talk about you.
can-
Pablo puts together his program. That's his program. That is what I am going to go play. This is what I'm using, you know, for that set.
Like it or not. That's
Right.
what you're
Like
gonna
no,
hear.
no, really. Like and I'm sure he'll pivot if he needs
Yeah,
to. But
yeah.
like this is
I've
what
done
I'm
that.
playing in this order, right?
Yeah.
And for me, this is just me, like. If he were to ask you, hey, what are you playing? Like we actually had this conversation.
yeah.
And I told him, I don't know what I'm playing. Like I won't know until I'm actually there to see who is there and what are they reacting
Right.
to, right? And it also, for me, I always look at I try to get ahead and listen to the DJ before me because I don't want to repeat, right? And if I'm lucky, I'll get there two DJs before. But for me, it's like, what did they play? And you learn from that, like what gets the floor going, right?
Yeah.
Pablo has his flavor. It's like, hey, look, you're hiring me to play for an hour. This is my set. You came here to hear me play, so this is what I'm going to play, right?
This is what I'm known for.
This is what I'm known for,
Actually,
right?
Yeah.
I gave Rick my program for the rooftop what we're gonna do Saturday. Like Rick, this is Rick. This is what I'm going to play. He respectfully, and not only Rick, even Lewis, even when we do Gino's events, because we're trying to provide. We don't want to repeat the same music.
Right.
Yeah.
So as professionals, we kind of let's going back and forth. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Which I think is really cool for you guys because that's the one thing that I do
We're that
admire.
close. I wouldn't do it to somebody I never met before.
Like
but
this
we're-
guy?
Yeah, like
You
you
would
would
this guy
You
right
would
over here.
disrespect
Yeah,
him.
but
You would disrespect him.
we're very close with each other. You know, we respect each other, and that's what we do.
And that's what I like about the Club Romo sets. Like sometimes I'll hear a couple of songs that were played 2-3 times. You know, I don't.
gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, and I can get with that. But that's what I do like about what you guys provide is that you make sure that it's clean and it's always got that crowd going. Now, going from that into what you do now, I want to talk about TikTok.
Oh yeah, TikTok. Yeah.
You have a fan base that is so cool, and I I look for your TikToks in the morning because I'll make sure and you see me on there. But like, hey, good morning blessings, and
Yeah.
I mean, it is so cool because it's 80s. There's sometimes you actually dip into some 60s in there
do.
and some 70s,
60s, 70s,
and
80s, yeah.
and I love it because you said that your parents would listen to it, or you had family members that
Yeah.
listened to it. And I remember you said that on one of your shows.
Yeah.
But what gave you the drive? Because I know that there's some people who just say, you know what, let me just try this thing and let me see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just kind of fall off the face of the earth. Here he goes again with them fucking.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to
Like, we're
look.
trying not to look. We're
Don't
trying
look.
not
That's
to
why
look.
I'm looking at it this way. I'm not looking at it. I'm like this.
But how do you feel now having a new fan base
Yeah,
that
it's
doesn't
cool.
know you from the Dominating
No,
Six?
it's really cool because it is a different audience. I mean, like, you do have people from Chicago tuning in, but you have a lot of people who are not from Chicago tuning in, which is really cool. For me, you know, weekends are weekends for me. I love 80s music. You know, I love 80s music. I love 70s music. And I thought, let me try this. You know, let's try an early thing, and see if it works. And it did, eventually did. And it's consistency, right?
And you play all kinds of 80s. That's
Yeah,
really-
you do.
All
I love it.
kinds.
And it's consistency. It's like some days I'll get 10 people, and some days I'll get 120 people, right? And it's I do TikTok and Twitch. The Twitch audience is very low. I just don't. I've just gotten into the habit of just continuing with Twitch, but I won't do Facebook. They
You
just
shut down.
yeah, you just keep getting shut down, and I just don't have the.
Chino finds that out quite often when he goes on Facebook. He's like, I have to come back. But I love the TikTok shows. I mean, when I first heard them, I was like, oh, man, like you kind of like it's a journey that you take everybody through, including myself. There's days that Mike will hear certain songs and I don't remember this song, and I'm like, well, you know, I do. And there's certain points where, oh God, there's something about you. I forget who sings it.
Level 42?
Level 42, thank
love
you.
that song.
Every time he plays that song, I'm like, I'll sit there and sing to myself because it's one of my favorite 80s songs. And it just puts me in a different place.
It does.
But I think it does that for everybody. Like, the day that you announced, he's like, yeah, my wife wants me to go on Saturday. I was like, no,
Yes.
don't, please don't. Because Sundays are just so, it's
is.
like to me, it's like a mass.
To me, it is. For me, it's like, hey, I think it just works for Sundays for me at least, and for those those who consistently tune in, right? I don't know. I mean, it's
It's a Sunday mass.
Yeah.
That's how I feel it is.
And if I could do it earlier, I would. Like, if I could say, hey, I will do this at 8 a.m., I would. But I get a lot of people from the West Coast that tune in, and that's their 8 a.m., right? So the balance for me is 10 a.m., and I'm never on time. And there are a lot of times where I just skip because I do have family commitments, right? And but you know, it's pretty amazing.
You're on there early, like what, 10?
10 a.m.,
10
yeah,
a.m.,
yeah.
Like right after breakfast. Or
Right
during
after,
breakfast.
Yeah, right after I make breakfast. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
for my wife and more my wife. And yeah, I love it. I think the 80s for me, probably like many of you in the 70s, is that for me?
Oh, Jonathan Torres, I am Stephanie Chach Garza. I created Latinos in the House.
Right.
And this is my co-partner, Pablo, which I know you know. And come to my conference and you'll find out more about me.
There we
If not, go on my website, www.latinosinthehouse.com.
Boom.
And you can also hear my interview on YouTube with the Don't Count Us Out, and you'll find out my history. There you go. Thanks. I hope that gave you some insight a little bit about me.
There you
He's
go.
like, who's the young lady? Thank you for calling me young. It is my birthday.
Here,
She's 29 today.
While we're
29
speaking about
today.
that, come on in. We got to wish her a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Come on, we gotta have, where's Los Mañanitas?
Here's the monos.
Yeah, there's little monos. Happy birthday
Hey,
to you.
Yay!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Stephanie Chachi or
Yes.
Garza.
Do you want me to twerk? I can
Yeah,
twerk
can you
for
twerk?
you. I can twerk for you.
Yay! He's gonna twerk.
I'm gonna hurt
Do it,
myself
man.
here.
Do
Go
it.
ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh, wait. You do it.
Give me that.
Yay!
Yeah.
I got Rick to twerk.
I worked out.
Twerk
this
that
anyway.
booty.
Legs hurt.
Let me make a wish to all for all of us
Please.
to have great health,
Yes.
to be prosperous, for our kids to be successful and to be healthy, and for Latinos in the house and the Don't Count Us Out podcast and our audience to grow. Blessings upon you. Thank you so much, and I will blow out my candles.
Yes.
Let's see.
3 is for 30, right?
Yes, 3 is for 30. Woohoo! Thank you, thank
Happy
you,
birthday.
thank you.
Happy birthday.
I'm so glad you were here for this. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
That was a
No.
great gift.
Rick, before we let you go, I just want to give you I'm sure you heard me say this, but you're a very good DJ.
Yes.
But the time you impressed me the most, where I became like a super Rick Guerrero fan, is when you threw down that hip house.
Yes,
hip-hop
because I
set
wanted to get into that.
at that Club Romo that one time.
You
Yeah.
Dude,
shocked the hell out of me.
Wow.
And I know everybody was kind of leaving, and I was like, we got to stay just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And I heard that I was like, boo! I heard Missy Elliott. I said, hell no, Rick, you didn't. I
Yeah.
got to stay.
Yeah.
What mindset were you in when you're
Yeah.
like, this is what I'm going to
that
do?
came out of right.
So,
what happened there? That
so
was,
he knows. So he knows.
course I
So
know.
for me,
course I know.
so for me, so one again, thank you to Gino. He takes care of us. He's doing amazing things, and
Yes, he
and
is.
we're all grateful that he's bringing us with him on this journey. He doesn't
Yes.
have to.
No, he don't,
but he
but
does.
yeah, very grateful.
And for those who do promoting and hold your events, bravo to you. I'm glad, and I hope that wish you a lot of success. But you take care of your people. Gino does.
Gino takes
He
care
takes
of
care,
us.
and he's like,
Where he goes, I go.
yeah, and he's one of my best friends, and I'll tell you, he doesn't have to pay his best friend. We would all do it for a fraction of the price that he gives us, and he.
This
yeah.
is taped, man. This is taped.
Yeah, it's okay. No, well, I would do it for free for him, right? I mean, I would. But he's generous in that way to say, hey, I'm gonna give you a piece of this pie, right? Because this is what you guys mean.
I remember one time he did really good at an event. I mean, he really good, and he gave like a bonus.
Yeah.
He
Oh, wow.
didn't have to do that, and
Yeah.
so that's the kind
Right.
of generosity.
Yeah.
that
So, but going back to the hip hop. So for me, for the Club Romo events, I don't have I get together a couple of intros that I have that I just kind of use, but it's just like any event. I do think through it like I procrastinate just in life in general. So, but
I do too, so you're not alone.
No,
you'll see Rick on the couch before he goes
So
on.
before I go on, yeah, I'm
putting,
getting
I
it-
think I'm gonna play this.
I'm getting it ready because I'm listening to these guys because we have a screen in a green room and we have the music piped in and you can hear it. But I'm listening to what everyone's playing, and even though we have the tracks that they share, we kind of share. You won't hear the Dem 86 playing the same songs. You will hear the guest DJs doing
Yes.
it, but you won't hear us because we do talk about this is what we're playing. Stay away from that, right?
And I know, like, okay, Gino's gonna play this, so I'm gonna stay away from that. I mean, we know that because once again, we want to really give a great
And
show.
if there's a onesie twosie like
It may
a
happen.
Bad
One or two,
Bunny
right, yeah.
track or whatever, I mean that it does
Bad Bunny.
it does happen, right? So I wanted to go a different way, and the reason why I have hip hop is because when I was with V5, we had to pivot. We had to pivot in a different direction because I think rock pop en español still was that it remained, right. It was still there, but we had to pivot to where we were going from progressive house to hip hop. And I remember David Torres, who was you were talking about him last time,
Yeah.
David's like, dude, I'm gonna get you the library of all the hip hop, and he gave me, music. He's like, here, and
Because he was a huge hip hop person. He loved
really
his
huge.
Jay-Z and all
Yeah.
the rest of them.
and Frank Monroy was not really a big fan of it, and I think Frankie had to kind of like
Get used to
convince him and be like, look, this is where we have to go, right? And I don't know what happened there, but from my lens, that's what happened. And so I started learning hip hop, and I had to. So, and at that point, I was like, I don't want to play hip hop. I don't want to play hip hop. I am not a hip hop DJ. Now, I admit I am a no frills DJ. I am not some of these DJs that you see that just like wow. I mean, I've seen some really good DJs. I'm a no frills DJ. I know this, right? But what I will share with you is like when I go up, I'm going to give you my all, and I'm going to make sure that the dance floor is moving, the best of my ability.
Yeah.
Right. You have me here for one thing, and I'm going to execute. Right. And it's not just that. We have an audience, believe it or not. Right. There's a reason why. Okay. There's a reason why you have a couple thousand people following you. I have, you have that, right? So going back to your question about the hip hop, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna play. And I remember listening to a couple of tracks on the way there. I'm like, I'm gonna play this song. This is a great transition from, I think it was like, who was the guy that played at the Super Bowl? The hip hop DJ or the hip hop.
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh.
So this is right around that time, and I'm like, I'm going to play this because I can transition this into reggaeton, and I had this version that worked well, and then I said, fuck it, let's do it. Let's see where it goes, and it blew up. But what happened? But before that,
I loved it.
But before that, where we kind of learned this by mistake, maybe.
Yeah.
There were some technical difficulties with the DJ. I won't name his name. He was a headliner, and because they were having issues, Gino was on stage saying, okay, what do we do? We can't let silence, right? And Gene looks at me, and I'm like, I'm ready. And I kicked it off, and then it just, I wasn't trying to play what he was going to play, but I knew that was going to work for that time at that moment, right? So I executed, and they received it very well.
Yeah, because it's like, having dead air like on a show, like the way Gino throws his production is like dead air on the radio station. You're not allowed to have dead air at all.
What's up, the DJ?
So, it's really cool. I loved the set. I thought it was the coolest.
Yeah, I'm still.
I was expecting like an 80s kind of, because I know Lewis did like a whole radio montage of a lot of songs. I thought it was cool, and I don't think people understood what to expect because they were hearing so many different things. Even the set you did, we talk about still, is that nobody saw that set coming, but I know I didn't see the set coming from him at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was in awe. I was like, oh, we got to stay. And somebody went live, and I was like, man, they needed to record that set because that was just such a hot set. So
that's out of the blue. He did it. It wasn't.
I would have never known that. I would have never known that.
But I'm not like I'm not a hip hop DJ. I don't even try to pretend to be one. Like you have some guys who are just, flip side. I remember I used to play with him every now and then. We would cross paths at different clubs, Speed and Flipside, and those guys, like they are like their craft, right, and they own it, right. For me, it's like I've listened and I learned. I'm like, people want to hear the high moments of these songs, so I'm gonna play them, right, and so that's how that's how it came to be.
I think it was awesome, and I think you're such an awesome person. What's next for Rick Guerrero in the upcoming months?
Well, we have the event this Saturday, which is a sold-out event. We do know there's a couple of tickets that will be released at the door.
First come, first serve.
Yeah, and
this is the Joy District.
Rooftop. Rooftop in, I don't know the address. I know it's downtown.
Somewhere
Chicago.
downtown.
Yeah, downtown Chicago. Shit.
Google it.
Promote it, guys.
Yeah.
We're not promoters, though.
Let's not go there.
DJ versus promoter talk.
That's
we did that already last week.
Joy District, and then we have. I'm playing wherever this guy's playing. So we're
Navy Pier.
Navy Pier. That's in September.
Yeah,
September 5th.
And we know Club Romo is
October.
There's an October event there.
18.
What is it?
October 18, I think so.
Okay, and you have an event on the 31st. He did ask me, and I had to decline because I know that is a day that I take like serious with my family, like my girls. Like they take Halloween very serious, so it's kind of like, no, I can't. I will be tortured if I say I'm going to. Okay, 112 West Hubbard. Thank you, Frankie.
112 West Hubbard.
Yes, because they didn't know, and if you would have given it to me, I would have had it.
20 exclamation points.
Yeah. I know Gino's been trying to line up other
things
things.
for us.
But I'm not going out to try to get
Every
gigs.
weekend type
Mm-hmm.
of
It's
deal,
not.
yeah.
I don't want to do that. But that's where I'm at now. I mean, I'll still continue my Sunday show. Tune in Sunday mornings on TikTok and Twitch. I
Yay!
do 80s and under. It's not. Sue Vargas actually named it that. She believe it or not, she may not realize that, but she named it 80s and under, and she's like, I did, and she did.
Props
And
to Sue. Yay!
so, but I do that on Sundays. I still love doing that. I'm going to try to continue doing that so long as my wife approves. But no, I don't have anything. I have a few people that reached out for events, and it's kind of like, look, this is. I don't want to make it about the fee, but it is like, look, this is my fee, and here's why. I don't have to explain why, and I don't explain why. But,
Good for you.
But the reality is like, look, we have an audience, right? And we know that even if it's just 10 people that show up for us, we know that those 10 people are going to buy this or they're going to buy that, and you've already paid for my fee, right? And not just that, it's I live far, right?
Yeah.
You live far. It's not like jumping in and going, and I'm done. Nothing on this. You should. And DJs who do this, continue doing it. You should do it. I'm not downing it. But I think some of that's kind of behind me, and not in a negative way. It's just more like I don't want to keep doing events every weekend. It would burn me out, and I did burn out.
Yeah, you did.
I was going to say it probably would take you back to a time where you were already at pre-COVID, where you just said, "Fuck
I was
this,
done.
I'm done."
Well, because I did. I mean, I did burn out. I mean, and it was, and it's not for everyone, you know. But I'll do a gig here and there. And like we were approached a few times. I have another place that I wanted to talk to you about, but there are a couple places here and there, and no, nothing too crazy. I have a lot of traveling coming up this summer. My wife is going to New York with the girls in a couple of weeks. They're doing a girls trip with her aunts, but then my wife and I are going to Vegas to see her favorite artist, Kenny Chesney. He's a country musician.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan. So we're doing it pretty big, and I got some really good seats and some really good other treats. She's listening, so I'm not going to kill it.
Get off. Well, we'll find out after we get off the show.
Well, it's funny because I know a guy who knows Kenny Chesney, right? And it's kind of a guy who knows him, but not at that level where like we're going to be hanging out with him. You know? But that, and we're doing. My daughter has her gymnastics camp, so I'll be in Tennessee and just kind of doing that. We go to Nashville and hang out, but nothing in terms of gigs.
Have you had a bushwhack when you go to Nashville?
I have not, but everyone
You
tells
have
me
to
I should.
have a bushwhack.
Yes.
You have to.
Sounds nasty.
Yeah, see,
You know,
he just
that's
said,
what I
wait,
thought
what about
too.
Bush?
That's-
Did you hear him? Did you just see him? He's like, wait, hang on, wait.
I didn't hear the other word.
That's
You
what
want
I
me to-
thought too.
I just
You
heard
want me to
Bush
whack my
and I'm stuck.
bush? Like, what the
That's exactly what I said.
fuck just happened here?
Bush, what?
So
You got my attention,
there's
Bush,
a
what?
drink in Nashville that's called a bushwhack. So I went there for a Vietnam veterans with my uncle, and they were taking me to Scoreboard. I go, we're going to a strip club? All right, let's go. I got money. So my cousins are like, no, we are not doing a strip club. But it's called Scoreboards. I mean, what would you think, right? So we get there, and they're just like, we're going to have a bushwhack. Like, we're going to have a who? Whose bush are we going to whack? I don't understand. You take me to a place called a Scoreboard. I'm thinking it's a strip club. Now you're talking about bushes. I mean,
yeah.
what the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah. It's a popular
So,
drink.
It's a very
Yeah.
popular drink. It's whiskey with ice cream,
Okay.
and it tastes like a shake. So when you go there, you got to have a bushwhack.
I will. I saw it, and my neighbor across the street, she's like, you have to have a bushwhacker. And I was like, Beth, what are you getting me into? She's like, you have
You
to
have to
a
have one.
bushwhacker. And
Yep.
I didn't, and I saw it on at the bar I was at, and I'm like, no.
That's got to be my bucket list. Bucket list.
Bucket list Nashville.
That's right.
But no, not a lot of. I mean, really, I'm just sticking to like some Club Romo events, Frankie's events. I'm always committed to Frankie. He's the guy that brought me on my journey. So when he's like, hey, you want to do this gig? It's not even a yes or no. It's like, yes, of
Yeah,
course.
what time?
Yeah, and what time, and where do you need me?
That's so cool. I know we're coming to the ending of this interview, but I know you went to the conference for the Latinos in the House this past year, and I know you weren't able to stay long, especially for your panel, which I was I know that you had to go, and I know I told you, just don't even worry about us. Go
Yeah.
to your family. How did you feel about the conference? Of what you did get to stay for, and then what did you like about it? And then maybe what would you have done differently, or maybe what would you bring on for the next conference?
I wish I could have some meaningful feedback. I don't. I'll share with you what I remember. I did arrive probably an hour before the panel. I wish I would have arrived sooner. What was really cool is that I saw a lot of familiar faces that I didn't really get the opportunity to go out and say hey. And it was kind of like, hey, I gotta go. I have a family emergency, and it was like, I think it was cool. I think you had some good support, right, which was good. You had a lot of folks from the various timelines of our music career or journey. What I would do differently? No, I think I like that you did it during the day, and I thought I would had expected a bigger outcome because of it. And that's a nice place. Like it's not like some joke. You know what I mean? Maybe you guys are doing it again, right?
We're doing it again.
Somewhere
In fact,
different.
we're leading into that, the
Oh,
third
shit.
annual, right
Okay.
behind you.
Oh, all right. Here we
Sponsored
go.
by 2112.
That's right, 2112, Latinos in the House third annual conference.
Nice.
October 3rd.
Yes, October 3rd. So that's why I was leading into that, because I know, like I said, I know you didn't stay long,
Yeah.
but this year we're actually having it at 2112 Studios, which is a 160,000 square foot industrial building.
Yeah.
And I just think this time it fits exactly what we needed. It's got like over 100 recording studios. And it's
so
got
cool.
a hangar for videos,
yeah.
and it's got the Chicago DJ Academy on one end. And then who knows what we'll bump into, because October is a good month for touring. And from what we understand, a lot of bands have gone and stepped in there just
Very
to practice
cool.
or even do their own album, their
Yeah.
next album. So
No, I think, well, one, I think you guys have a good thing going here. You have a good following. You have a lot of good people that you've had the opportunity to interview, and that's cool. I think you're building your following, and you continue to build it. And I think, ask them to push it for you too. Like, hey, look, I did, believe it or not, you did them a solid too, right? Like, hey, we brought you on here because we wanted to learn about you. Now we're having this event. Can you help us out here and push it, right? There's no shame here. Gino does it. Like, all those people he brought on to the Club Romo streams, he's like, hey, remember when you had those 1,000 people tuning in to you playing? I need you to go push this for me. There's no shame in that. So definitely, leverage your relationships and have them push it. But no, I think it was good. You know what I would like to hear? I don't know who your panels are. Selfishly, whether it be now or at another time, I've never really had the opportunity to hear about the DJs. 3J's one of them. About the DJs who actually who play for the different sports. So the
Ooh,
DJ
that's a good
Metro,
panel.
DJ Metro,
Yeah.
Flipside, 3J. I'd love
Mad
to.
Jazz. Yeah.
It would be kind of cool to hear. I know Flipside was on the industry DJs, but it would be cool to hear like them all and talk about like, well, how did you get here? Because that's a big deal.
It is.
I mean,
It
I
is
know
a
it's
big
just
deal.
I know it's just a job. I mean,
It doesn't happen like.
No,
It's a
I
very
mean-
hard gig, from my understanding.
Yeah.
You really do got to know
Yeah.
somebody.
And I think the other opportunity would be to start engaging with the Filipino community too.
Oh,
They're-
we've got that.
we got
They're
that.
big.
We've
I mean,
got that.
it's huge. I mean, that's another mono. Like, that's another corner. This is like Latino Chicago. This is like Filipino Chicago, right? And then you have, everybody. It's
Bunch of monitos.
a bunch
Little
of bonitos.
little monitos.
You have, tap into them.
Yeah,
I think
we're
they're
doing it
amazing.
actually. We're having
Yeah.
the Filipino community. We're gonna,
Yeah, and they're amazing too.
Well, now that you said that, Latinos in the House third annual conference is October 3rd, 2026 at 2112 Studios. And since you've mentioned it, yes, we will be highlighting the Asian and Filipino community, because October is Filipino Heritage Month. So it ties straight
We knew
into
that.
Hispanic Heritage Month. So that's why we are highlighting the Filipinos on October 3rd.
Yeah.
So we do have CZ Boogie. We've got DJ Speed. Troy Guy now is a part of that panel. So
That's
we're
awesome.
working on a few others. We also have the alternative panel, alternative dance, which Pablo will be moderating. And Julius Oliver, who was here earlier, is going to be on that panel. Jesse De La Pena, Luis Segura, Sarah, what's her name?
Scary Lady Sarah.
Scary Lady Sarah, who's been doing a lot of gigs lately. That I've been seeing her name all
She's
over the
been doing
place.
this in the 90s. So
And
that's 35 years.
so then we have that, and I know I'm missing a couple of names, so I do apologize because I don't have it in front of me. Then we have the female DJs. So we now have DJ Myra, DJ Gloria, CZ Boogie. Who am I missing? That I'm off of my rocker right now. Who am I missing off of that panel? I can't remember. We are working on 2 more panelists for that particular panel.
Hip House panel.
We do have the Hip House panel, which is huge because Hip House is not usually highlighted in a lot of places. I don't know if anybody got to see the DNA of Hip House. It didn't last long on HBO. They didn't even show the 3rd version. I heard there was some politics behind the third version of the show, or part 3. But we will be having White Knight, Sundance, Tyree Cooper, and Pamp. So we've got a new generation of hip hop and hip house. So that's going to be really good. And then we're still adding for another 5th and possibly even a 6th because we don't have to leave by a certain time for a change. And we've got time for questions and answers this time around. So we're looking forward to that. We are looking for vendors. So just so you know, if you're a vendor who is selling DJ gear, speakers, things of that nature, please contact me or Pablo, Mike, Cesar Rolon, Carlos Valderrama. You can even reach out to Angie Pena, any of our board members, and even Frankie, who
Frankie V.
Frankie V is on our board. That's why he doesn't call me back. So so he is a part of that board, but we are looking for vendors also. Major sponsor is 2112 this year, so we're really, really happy about that. They are our major sponsor this year, along with Ahuevo with Lazardon. So we are excited for this panel. We hope you guys push it. We hope you guys come to this panel. It is a different panel. We are calling it Bridging the Gap Generations Through Culture, History, and Music. And I think we needed to do this because there are so many other artists and DJs and industry people that just don't get that highlight. Like you said, the Filipinos, the Mono, this one on this side over here who doesn't get highlighted. So it's really important that we as a culture, as Latinos, start learning how to bridge that gap and highlighting other people. And I believe we can do that with this panel and with this conference this year and then going forward. We are not straying away from our Latino culture. We are still keeping it intact, but we are now expanding the way people should have done it from the jump.
No, and I really like that because, and I joke about the Mono, but it's like, we talk about the industry or the scene, and it's really our little corner, right? I mean, it's like, but the Filipinos we'll just use them as an example. I mean, they have their own Gino Rock and Romo. They have their own,
Guerreros.
right? They have like this is their, and then they do highlight themselves. But you're right, it's bridging that gap.
Yeah.
That's important. I think it's important. I think that's pretty badass. I applaud you for doing that, and hopefully it works out. And for those who, one, come support it, right? And those who may or may not be tuning in or tune into this later, and maybe you're just watching and you're not, and you're feeling maybe some of us are gatekeepers. We're not, right? Like, you should come and network, right, and talk to people, and that's what this is about. It's building relationships. Relationships are everything, like everything. Like, I mean, in my professional life, what I do is relationship building with professionals, and that's part of my core, and that's no different here. Like, some people are gatekeeping, yes, but this group here and the people who are going here, no.
Doors wide open.
Thank you.
Come and
thank
talk
you.
to and introduce yourself. They're like, hey, look, I'm so and so, and someone will open the door.
Thank you. I think it's important, and I'm glad you said that. And thank you so much because that says a lot on what you feel about what we're doing, because that's what started this whole, what I call a little revolution, is us not just being recognized, but also being heard. And then the networking. I would have never known this network without having to do this conference. And everybody assumes, oh, you know somebody. No, I don't. I didn't know who you were. I didn't even know who Pablo was. Didn't know who Mike was. And now look, we're getting married. So
He didn't know that either.
He didn't know that either.
No, but you will have people. I mean, and admittedly, I can be like this too sometimes. He knows this. Like I know when you started doing this, I'm like, who is this? Like I don't know who this is. And he's like, no, she's really, really cool. I'm like, I don't know who she is.
I thought,
And I remember you were like, no, she is solid. And I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I have to take your word for that. And that was just me being like guarded.
Right.
Like I don't know who, I don't know who she is, but thank you for having me. I mean, I appreciate you opening the door and welcoming me and just being very real about everything. We talked about a lot of things here.
Yeah.
I could talk forever, but I won't. But I appreciate it. And Mike too. I love his signature,
Yeah, everybody's like,
he's just look at him. See, it's the best. No, really, it's like it is
When he
his
does this,
signature.
he does this.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's a signature that he carries, and keep doing it because that's your thing, dude. Like that's what I know you as, right? And of course, you're a great DJ. So I mean, it's yeah. I've never heard you live, like in person, but I've heard you on streams, and you do a great job. So. Yeah.
Well, he'll be on tomorrow on TikTok because I'm going to force his. Oh, no, that's my birthday. Well, maybe we'll do a little birthday one.
mix.
Oh, my God. Come back tomorrow,
Your
Pablo.
personal favorites.
Yes. That's what I should have planned. Maybe we'll do a pop-up. Drive by tomorrow.
I don't know.
Drive by tomorrow. You ain't working Friday. I already know that. You're welcome to come by
I
too
am
tomorrow.
working this Friday. I am.
Hey Jesse,
Actually,
thanks
I
so
am.
much for tuning in, brother. Go
Oh
Sox.
my God. Well, thank you. And thank you
for
so
coming,
much
man.
for tuning in. And thank you for being here. And thank you for the compliments. Thank you for opening up your mind and your heart to
course.
who I am. Because a lot of people were like, who the heck is she? And what the hell does she know? And I give props to Gino because he was just like, I didn't realize how much you actually did know. And then people who come in are like, damn, you have lived some history. And I'm like, we haven't even topped it,
Well, I mean, and what really hit home was your connection with Mark. I mean, and even more, like, that was like, wow.
And thank you for opening up and being brave to talk about what you went through, the dark times you went through. That was huge.
It's important. I think it is.
exactly.
And don't stop talking about it, right? Like, if you guys ever see me or I see you and you just want to, like, talk, let's talk about it. Like, I know there are a lot of people in my close circle who go through exactly what I was going through or are struggling with it now. So don't hesitate to, like, reach out. Like, I'm not, like, I will give you the time if you want to sit down and just talk, right? Like, right now, I think I'm going to go get a beer somewhere.
No, we got plenty of beer
we'll
for you.
take
You
care
got
of
to
you
take a
right now.
shot
Yeah.
because that's the tradition here.
I'm just
Even
kidding.
Gino had to take one, and we got cake to do.
Gino?
Lucho, no, this is not a
forced him.
private conference. This is a public event.
Oh, Lucho
And
is awesome.
Lucho-
He's like a hidden gem. Do you know him?
He's going to be my primo. That's Mike's cousin.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We have a talented family.
Oh.
Yeah, go
he's
figure.
like he is like a hidden gem. Like people do not know him yet, and I think they will even more. I think if we start throwing him on flyers or something, if he's open to it, right? I think he's to me. I think he's a hidden gem. I think he's good. He's really talented, and
Lewis is warning you
it's
already.
almost time for the Louis.
Get ready.
Man.
Get ready. He's
He
like, get ready.
experienced it.
Yeah, Lewis and I we've gotten shit faced a few times, and like
There might be a couple of shots involved, maybe the third for just the for the road and stuff, kind of like
I
that.
can't do
Don't
that.
forget, I'm limited on liquor, so you're very lucky.
Well, so am I.
No, not on the liquor base. I mean, I'm limited on drinking liquor
Well, so am
per my
I.
doctor. Oh, that's right.
I'm on my I don't give a fuck pill.
Did you see my ring?
Yeah.
So,
love it.
my ring has a certain 4-letter word on it that I wear quite often, and somebody bought it for me because they're like, "That's your infamous word," and that's what I wear now on my finger
It's
next to
fun.
my engagement.
Yeah.
So I am so looking forward to that. I am looking forward to having the shot with you, having this moment. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Thank you, and sticking around with us. Thank you. We appreciate
Yes.
it.
Yeah. And check me out every weekend, 103.1 FM,
There you
the
go.
Party Zone. I am on there. Thank you, Reich. I know you're always, yes. And for those DJs out there, all of you, if you guys want, I mean, I know people don't listen to radio a lot. I get that. I listen to Sirius all the time. So I'm not tuning into WPNA, right? But I do on the weekends to listen to my DJ brothers. You want to turn in a mix, 26-minute mix, has to be clean.
26 minutes.
No
That's it.
swearing.
No swearing, 4 drops only. We'll get it aired, right?
No Cardi B and Sexy Red.
Yeah, hit me up, or DJ Reich. DJ Reich's like, no, I don't do this anymore. But he'll get it to the right person, too. All right, and big shout out to DJ Reich, one of my closest brothers, Patrick Perez. I met him through just DJing on streams.
Okay.
And he's a Northside DJ, great DJ, good human being. Julio, good to see you. Patsy, good to see you. I will see you in a couple weeks at my house, right? And Jesse Suvargas, thank you so much. You guys are all amazing.
Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, it is Prince's birthday, June 7th, which is the Gemini party. Pablo Punca Gonzalez, DJ QMM, DJ Voodoo, Julio Bishop, and DJ Fatman along with Rich Huerta. Please make sure you guys come by, have a drink with us. You know, it is my birthday celebration. It's Mike's birthday celebrations. Voodoo
Friday?
celebrate. Yeah,
This Friday?
Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday. It's a
Oh, Sunday.
daytime.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, we're doing daytime. So, because I can't handle night times anymore. So daytimes. Please come out. You know, enjoy yourselves.
Have to.
Yes.
Have to. And what city is that in? Summit or?
That is in
Birthday?
Summit.
Okay,
Summit.
That's in Summit. So yes, and then if you haven't heard already, Hall of Fame 2 is now going to be having food. So yeah, he announced it coming soon. So it would be nice if he had it by Sunday. So we'll see. If not, then we'll make sure we have something there. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for being here today. Please pass these messages along. Please pass this YouTube interview along. Please pass out Don't Count Us Out podcast. Next week we will be having the industry DJs, T-Kid and
our
Mr.
influence.
I'll get hyped. So I am looking forward to it. I'll do it like this. My bad. He's gonna kick my ass.
He
I'm
is.
gonna
He's gonna-
see
what the
a
fuck?
phone call
already got
coming
him. I can hear
in.
him swearing
He's
already.
like, fuck this. I'm not going.
How dare she?
Yes, birthday shot. Yes, I agree. Thank you, Frankie. Birthday shots at Joy. Yes, that's a definite. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure you share each of these podcasts. Please share out the wealth so then this way we can get more viewers and they can learn more about the DJs that we have here, the producers, the promoters.
Yes.
Frankie V, you better give me a call, hon, because we need to schedule you too.
Frankie,
That's like
just
the
come on.
eighth
What do you?
time
What
it's
do you?
Come on, what are you waiting
Come on,
for?
you
What are
can
you
come to
afraid
the
of?
South
What are you afraid
Side.
of?
You know how to read numbers, right? It goes from the 20s to the 30s to the. He always talks shit. He says, you know, you Southside people, you guys need numbers to know where you're going. He's like
this
on
mother.
he's like on the north side.
And he's a Sox fan.
Yeah,
He's
you're a
Sox
Sox
fan.
fan, huh?
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm. Yeah, that's
No,
all right.
no.
We're going to get you on here now. Shoot.
DJ K9, come on, man. Yeah, I would love to see him on here because he has a lot of history.
Oh,
He has so much. Like
Yeah. You need-
doesn't even scratch
You
what
need
I
Several
share.
shows for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. So please share out. Make sure you're here. This place right here, Latinos in the House, 3rd annual, October 3rd. Ironically, it's falling on the 3rd. Go figure. I didn't even pay attention to that.
Wow.
I mean, how much better could you get the date to the event? So we will see you guys next week with the industry DJs. Week after that is Julius Oliver, and the week after that is DJ Kramer. So yes, please make sure you guys tune in 7:30 next week, Wednesday. We will see you then. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and I want to see you Sunday at our daytime for the first event of Latinos in the House.
I love it.
Have a good night. Thank you, Rick Guerrero, for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you, lady. Thank you.
Thank you,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
you guys.
You guys, thank you to our super producer back there,
Yes.
Mr. DJ QMM. Thank you for
He's
the
amazing.
hostess with the mostest, Vero, back over here, for taking care of my dog. As you heard, he likes to make little appearances. So thank you all for being here. Love you, and we'll see you
Right.
next week.
Bye-bye.
Good. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups. Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie Pablo and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong.
Hey, House Nation, don't
It's time to chat and speak the truth. We will talk with DJs, producers, artists, and dance groups.
Our Latino contributions to the scene is strong. With Stephanie Pablo and DJ QMM, you can't go wrong.
Hey, House Nation, don't count us out. It took all of Chicago to evolve the sound. Bum, 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 bum. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. We are Latinos in the house. Don't count us out. It's time to chat and speak the truth.